To be here too.
You don't belong here. You don't belong anywhere.
Out of nowhere.
Happy birthday, Cast Iron Pan! I hope you have a good one. Welcome to another episode of Whatever Wednesday, where we're gonna watch whatever the hell I want. So, welcome. Actual Tran, thanks for following. Zathareth, thanks for following. Let me see what else I had earlier in the chat. Marusama with a link. Hey Hannah, I sent this to you. I don't know if you saw it, though it might be good for today. A person took a stupid Reddit argument and made it, put it to an Ace Attorney game. I saw. It's all just text though, so I don't know if I want to play it on stream. But I had read that argument before, and it's very funny. Habitual Dodo, thank you for subscribing with a 2-month streak. Says love the stream, glad to support it. Keep being awesome, Hannah. Thank you. Shady Shroomy with 50 bits said, okay, as I said on Twitter, Mr. Dapperton deleted most of his videos with his old avatar, but he is making new terrible videos with a new terrible avatar, so he's not an ANCAP anymore, he's just fascist now. How shocking. The ANCAP to fascist pipeline claims another victim. Cast Iron Pan says, hey Hannah, it's my 30th birthday today. Happy birthday again. Caught up. Designated Downer says, here's me actually LARPing if you're interested in a WWE cleanser. Which one is you? Which one is you? I need to know. Chrisia, good for you. Alright, Designated Downer. Let's see how you do.
3, 2, 1, night fight.
Okay, so it's supposed to be like a sword or a knife or something, and the idea is the first person to get it and like stab, air quotes, the other person wins. Oh, this has all sorts of aggressive masculine energy that I both find frightening and arousing.
No biting.
Stop pinching yet. Stop pinching yet.
Sitting on the knife.
Oop.
Gender fluid, I'm sorry. I didn't
Could've
mean
made him
to
do it in the
imply
mud.
otherwise.
Give him that one subscription back. That blade is officially castrated. Someone throwing another knife. No! No!
Hit him with a stab. Hit him with a stab.
You can only be one. You must penetrate your opponent.
Penetrate your opponent. Andrew Batella with 20 bits says, hey Hannah, I won't be staying. I'm tired from investigating increasingly obscure browser bugs related to forms. In today's episode, what if you try to upload a file with a file name in the wrong encoding? Lord Necro JZ says, my LARP group did a trailer video. Okay, we'll watch that next.
Has to be a stab. Yes, pinching is against the rules.
It's not going to be a death, but it is against the rules.
I'm so glad. In the next couple days, my new camera's gonna be here, and I'm so glad. I got a camera with an actual ring light on it, so you'll actually get to see my fucking face. Rublum with 150 bits says, what's the difference between Texas and taxes? Taxes can keep your electrical grid operational. Ooh. That's a spicy one. Random guy with a link? Oh yeah, I've seen this.
What kind of garbage is that? Oops, my anarchy symbol.
I love that.
What kind of garbage is that? Oops, my anarchy symbol.
That XY girl, thanks for subscribing with a 6-month streak. 3rd trimester, yo! Yeah, I still want to do To Boldly Flee as a cringe stream because we watched the first 2 movies, but it's just so daunting. I just keep avoiding it.
It all comes down to
What
this.
was that fucking snapping noise? Oh. I thought something broke somebody's neck.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. You got him.
Hey! Good job. You have penetrated the enemy successfully. Quiet185, thanks for continuing your gift sub and kicking off the hype train. One sec, I gotta text Baha.
You heard about our town? Lovely
Is this music... no, it looks fine. Okay.
place.
Ooh, I like a lot of the costume... What do they call these? Is it okay to call them costumes? I don't know what you call LARPing outfits, and I don't want to say something that, like, belittles all the hard work that clearly went into this.
Never a dull moment.
Cosplays? I don't know if that's the...
Recent.
Bittermer sank with 100 bits, and Rublum with 350 bits says more bits, because why not?
I wait for a day.
Lots of colorful characters.
Lord Necro JZ says costumes fine. Yeah, the costuming's great.
See your face again.
But if you came here for shelter,
For the time
to find some safety within these walls,
You guys have a pretty big LARPing group. That's cool. Chaotic Star Whale with 100 bits. Thank you. Creeping Darkness with 20. And then Cast Iron Pan. Thanks for gifting a sub.
I go into the ground.
thinking you've seen the worst this world has to offer.
'Cause it's all timing.
So, like, LARPing, I've talked about this briefly to, with a friend of mine, let's say, about LARPing. Yeah, Pseudo Sapien, I've talked to about this before. Like, do you guys have individual characters, sort of like D&D, and you role play the character, I assume? You don't just do, like, battle stuff? Do you get together and, like, that sounds fun. That's the Southern California branch, with many branches across the U.S. Gotcha. I'd love to do that and get to, like, role play the professor in live action someday. That sounds so fun. Jeff Millart says, I promised these bits a home, but I can't handle the responsibility, so I give them to you. I love you, bits. I'm so sorry. I'll take good care of them.
You ain't seen shit.
How does the battling work? Like, I assume there are rules. Like, how many times do you have to get hit by a sword or a hammer or whatever before, like, okay, your character's dead? How does that work? Because it seems like the battles would be over pretty quickly. 1 point per limb, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you get hit 4 times. Feels like the battles would be super quick. 2 limbs is dead. Wowzers. Pyromancer with 100 bits says Wilhelm scream. Nondescript PHC says first time giving bits, but your giggle sustains me. Thanks for the bits. Real life fights are also incredibly fast. That's true. I don't know. Just like in D&D, you have HP. Okay. I've seen the video of the guy casting Fireball, and he's, like, throwing something. I don't remember what it is. Hypermancer, thanks for 100 bits. Lightning Bolt, Lightning Bolt. Yeah, that's the video I remember. Chrissia, thanks for gifting 5 subs to the community. That's pretty cool. How do you guys decide? So is the group always based on this specific, like, dystopian theme, or, like, based on the year? Do you guys change theme and ever do fantasy? Or is it just this group is always dystopian LARPing? Just curious. funny commercials from late 60s, 70s Jim Henson. Okay. They do Fallout, demons and stuff. Okay.
On guard! Salute Wilkins Coffee! But I don't drink Wilkins Coffee.
Oh, that's so weird. It's Kermit, but it's not Kermit. Pyromancer, thanks for gifting 5 subs to the community.
Some learn, some don't. How about a delicious cup of Wilkins coffee? No! Strange things happen to people who don't drink Wilkins.
Can you link a Key and Peele skit? I can't watch a whole Key and Peele skit on here. I do like Key and Peele.
I've got 5 aces. Can you beat that? I've got a can of Wilkins coffee. Nothing beats Wilkins.
Kermit just shot him in the face! What?
Got $65 for a cup of Wilkins coffee? $65? You want me to go in there looking like a bum? You have any Wilkins coffee in your house? No. You know, a house isn't a home without Wilkins coffee.
Kermit just killed that man multiple times. He blew up his house with a bomb. Lord Necro Jay-Z says it's always dystopian. Every branch has their own settlement and their own thing going on. Once or twice a year, national events go on. That sounds so fun. I gotta get in... Someday, maybe I'll be around an area that has a community that does that. That sounds like fun. Pyromancer says you could say that they croaked. Buzzing. One sec, I got a text. I almost said Baja's real name. Dead air. Now what? Is this gonna be Ode to Joy, but with Rich Evans's amazing laugh? I'm aware of that. Pyromancer. It's beautiful. We have 2 minutes left in the hype train. We're 19% to level 5. 35 now that Look at This Dog and Cat gifted a sub. Thank you. I love Rich Evans. Oh no, puppy. There are LARP groups in Southeast Michigan. I have a few friends who are in a group called Carps. That's a fantasy game I've been meaning to try, but sadly they haven't had any in-person events due to COVID. Well, of course, that makes sense. Bumble Homestead, thanks for gifting a sub. Gadokanya with 20 bits says, I love when Hannah self-censors. Oh, I can't read that. Lord Necro JZ with 25 bits says, there's a branch in your state. Be a telling visionist and follow Doctor Who. 0M80, thank you for gifting a sub. Let me look at this. Oh. A beginning player can choose one of several fantasy races. They need to update their website. Oof. Oof. Woof, woof, woof. Wagroads 13 with 100 bits. Baja says, there's a fantasy LARP group near me. They're awesome people and you would get along with them well. Probably. Maybe I'll look into that after COVID once we move. Habitual Dodo with 100 bits, Bardlock Moses with 100 bits, and Sinister Owlet, thanks for gifting 2 subs to the community. We have succeeded in reaching level 5. Thank you, everyone. I'll get a hat in a sec. Pyromancer with 20 bits says, the 90s called, they want their web design back. Keirthan with 100 bits says, bits for the bits goddess. Let me be clear, I got, nothing against this group. I'm sure it's a lot of fun, and I'm sure they're wonderful people, but they really should maybe get some people to redesign their site. Lord Necro JZ with a link to, I think, the website for the dystopian. Oh, this is the dystopian one in Michigan? Okay, now see, this website's not bad. Just saying. Yeah, like this looks like a modern website, more or less. That's pretty good. Oop, gotta be careful with the music on these. The animal videos usually have music that I have to end up removing from the final stream once I put it on YouTube. Oh, they're so cute. I would love to get a rabbit, but I think I've heard they're pretty high maintenance, and I'm not all about that. Cute. Space Jam emotes. This video is brought to you by Squarespace. I wish. Someone please sponsor me. Pyromancer with 20 bits. Don't rabbits typically need a partner too? I think so. Yes. Come on and slam. And welcome to the jam. Come on and slam. Jam. Hey, you, what you gonna do? Hey, you, what you gonna do? Marusama with 20 bits. The discussion of rabbit care caused much drama last time, but yes, they require a lot of care and need mates. Yeah. Not about that. I love Lupine, and I love cuddling with Lupine and giving her attention, but it's nice that occasionally she'll, like, go off on her own and do her own thing. And, I don't know. I kind of need that in a pet. That XY girl with 100 bits says, if you could LARP roleplay in any setting, what kind would it be? Steampunk. Pyromancer with 20 bits. A link to Reddit's Come On and Slam subreddit. Oh god. I understand the reference. This is supposed to look like the original Space Jam website, and I get that, but holy crap. What? WandaVision spoilers! WandaVision spoilers! WandaVision spoilers! Spoilers for WandaVision! This video is referencing a spoiler from WandaVision. If you do not want to be spoiled on WandaVision, like episode 7 or 8, I think episode 7, go away for like a minute. Okay? I'm gonna play this in 3, 2, 1. Okay? Have you stopped?
Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan.
What the fuck?
She's insidious. Her videos. We're gonna take it into overtime. Welcome to the Space Jam. Alright.
Michael Jordan.
And I killed Charles Barkley too.
That's a really good edit. I don't know who did that, but good job. They just do, is this the entire subreddit? Do they just like remix Space Jam?
Everybody get up, it's time to slam now.
Oh no! I'm so excited for Space Jam 2. Tucker White with 20 bits. While we're on the theme of corporate shilling, here's a compilation of ads from when you and I were kids. That XY girl says, this is my favorite Space Jam mashup.
Everybody.
Oh no, it's the Mountain Goats! I love the Mountain Goats! Pyromancer with 20 bits. It's all Space Jam remixes. This in particular is like my favorite song from the Mountain Goats. I'm gonna make it through this year if it kills me.
Get up, it's time to slam down. We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Get your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam.
All right. Oh, it's so good. That's too good. That's too good. Another one.
Everybody get up, it's time to slam.
I don't recognize, I haven't really played Kingdom Hearts, so I'm not gonna get that one. Okay, I got to the final level. I didn't play Kingdom Hearts when I was a kid because I didn't have a PlayStation. I had a GameCube. PlayStation 2, rather. So I didn't get to play Kingdom Hearts until, like, 3 years ago, when they released the final mix or whatever. I bought it. It's okay. It hasn't aged very well. I got to the final level in, the first one, and I gave up, and then I started playing the second one. And I think I just got to the part where I left the really long prologue section, and I was like, eh. Tucker White with 40 bits. Can we please let Space Jam die already? It's nothing more than capitalist garbage. That's cliche as fuck. Why do people like this piece of trash? Personally, that's why I love it. The review, and I've talked about the review because I was going to do a review of Space Jam at one point. Now it's basically a meme because I never did it. But I wanted to do a video essay on Space Jam that was, like, couched in a review where I talk about how Space Jam is such an interesting snapshot of a particular time and place and the way that sort of cross-brand promotion reached a height and continues to, like, grow to this day. I wanted to, like, get in depth in, like, how market trends and studios trying to follow market trends that they don't understand causes really bizarre pieces of corporate art like Space Jam. And I wanted to get into that, but I never did it. Because maybe after I get on the ADHD meds, maybe I'll have the wherewithal to do it. And yes, I was going to talk about how Lola Bunny made people furries. Cast Iron Pan says I had to get the tune out for the WandaVision spoilers, so I don't know if you saw this pug named Megan.
Hey, Megan. Hey, Megan. Hey.
I think Coming to America, the sequel to Coming to America, I think it's gonna suck. I'm calling it now. I know that's not like a bold claim, but I think it's gonna be terrible. Based on the trailer, here's what it looked like to me. The Coming to America trailer, and I hope I'm wrong, but the Coming to America trailer, it's Coming to America with the number 2, because it's that. I'm fine with that cliche, but fine. It made it look like there's going to be maybe 15 minutes of the movie that takes place in America, and then the rest of the movie's going to be not, like, on location stuff. Like, the first movie was a lot of shot on location stuff, or at least they were in real locations, even if it wasn't in actual New York City. But the sequel looks like a lot of it's going to take place in Zamunda, and it's going to be on really obvious sets, so Eddie Murphy can just come into the set at, 8 a.m., shoot his scenes, leave, and go home. I don't know. Borat 2 was good, so I'm going to go ahead and hold out hope, because I really love Coming to America. It's one of my favorite comedy movies from the 80s. There's some stuff in it that obviously hasn't aged well, but it's still a pretty entertaining movie. And I think the sequel's gonna suck. Hoo boy. VM Bellamy, thanks for subscribing with Prime. So you guys know Marcel Bissett, right? You want to see what his house looks like? He posted a tour of his house. It's scary. You guys remember Marcel Bissett, right? Yells at people, pretends to be a judge. Everything I'm about to say about him is my own opinion, and I do not consent to any legal activity, Marcel. So anyway, here's his house tour.
Okay, hello. This is the video tour of the family estate for Peacemaker Society. This is both for just a tour purpose as well as insurance purpose. So this is just a painting, but we'll go ahead and I guess we'll just start here. So here's the bathroom. We put down some linoleum, as you can see. Put in a new tub. So we took down the old surround and put in the new tub. And yeah, it's fantastic. It's a Bain Ultra. It's about $6,000, but I paid a little under $1,000 for it, so that's awesome. That's a nice value.
The plug placement on that thing, the plug for the tub, it's like a Whirlpool tub, is right here. It scares me. I'm afraid he's going to get electrocuted. Now, I don't know how you normally, do these safely, because clearly they require power, so obviously there's electricity involved, but scares me a bit.
See, it's all intact. Looks good. That's all good. I will show you guys up here. There's cracking.
I don't know if I'd call that cracking as much as I would call it your house shearing itself apart. That's not good. I would probably take care of the structural issues before I installed a Whirlpool bath, because it looks like the house is about to cave in on you. But do you, Marcel? Pyromancer says, I wouldn't touch that tub. Probably a good bet.
I'm going to show you guys basically what we ran into when we went under the foundation. The living room over here was really sloped. We thought it was just up here that was raised, where the crack in the floor is.
Habitual Dodo says, Marcel's house would rather destroy itself than be around him any longer.
We have jacked it back up. That the bathroom door before was stuck. Now it slides. You can see where paint is where it used to scrape. Now it doesn't because it's more level. I have it fixed, and then we just have to laser level it and put in some jack posts. I'll show you guys that though. Living room, still living room. It was making some crazy creaking sounds. So as you can see, I have 2x8, so I put 2 of them, and they're just going up and just adding extra support to that beam. This whole house was creaking where it was a little bit creepy before, so since I've re-shimmed up under the foundation, now it doesn't. And I'll show you guys what we did, and again, teleposts are coming. I actually had taps added for the washer, just because before we tried to use the hose thing, but it just sprayed from the nozzle a bunch. So I had a contractor come in, we put in new connections here, and all we do is we just shut off the valve there, turn it, and then it puts the pressure through to here, and then just for compliance with stuff, we put extra on-off switches here, which are off. I'm doing laundry right now. When laundry's being done, there's no water, as you can see. But when the tap is turned, water
I don't know
comes
anything
out
about
of
house
here.
construction, so I can't really discuss that aspect.
Yeah, so the usual stove and stuff, warming up some dinner. I'll take you guys out into the garage, but first we're going to head over here and just show. So this is still pretty much the same. I shored up that wall a little bit so it's not as crooked, and I put tiles in the ceiling there, so that's fixed. And then this is the office or the bedroom here. I've made it a little bit of a makeshift office.
To Marcel.
And also it is where I keep my clothing. Some of it anyway. I got to make a little more closet space, but it's been painted in here. Looks a lot better, and it's fresher, so that's nice. And flooring right now is just a blanket, but I'll be putting in proper tile and stuff or whatever. Anyway, flooring. This floor has not been done yet, and I just did the basic coat, and I'm just going to go through and mud the couple little screw holes and things that are in it, and then I still just got to Sawzall and finish patching that, but that was already like that, of course. And I know to the people who own this
gives me anxiety just looking at it. Like, this amount of work on a house, it just makes me think of that movie, The Money Pit. Like, oh god, I get it. And if Marcel's handy and stuff, that's wonderful. Like, it's great to, like, put your own, like, gumption and sweat into you know, fixing up your house, but, like, oh god.
Place before. Obviously, you guys know this stuff, but I'm also just explaining to the public, because this will be on our family estate channel. If we head out here, turn on the light.
I would imagine, based on his hate for the government, he's not a big fan of building codes either, which makes me wonder if there's anything he's... Yeah, someone else said in the thing. Mr. Giggles says none of that stuff is up to code, I bet. I wonder about that. Habitual Dodo says, I've lived in a fixer-upper house for most of my life. This is all being done wrong. I hate it, and Marcel, just please read a book on how to do this right or hire a contractor. This is making me mad. Can you elaborate on that? Because, again, I don't know anything about construction. So if there are things being done incorrectly here, I would find it interesting to know what he's doing wrong, if anything. Mix Gothy Queer with 20 bits says, I live in a room like this. My room growing up had cracks in it from a big earthquake in California. It was kind of slanted, but with black mold. Lots and lots of black mold. Oof.
You can see we put some clothing stands here, so this is a little bit more of an entrance. And that, I haven't really done too much. I did seal it up so that mice and stuff can't get in here now. So it is sealed up, and we obviously put plastic on the outside of all the windows and that. I'm going to show you guys up in the attic. The reason I'm going to go up here, turns out the attic, we can't make it into a formal loft, just because of the fact that it has to be 7.5 feet for 50% of the space. But it is good for storage. So I'm going to take you up and just show you where the leaks were, and that it's actually, now I've patched it. So that's not going to be a problem. So we're just going to head up the ladder here. And I'm excited to show you guys this, because you mentioned when the place was yours, you guys didn't actually get to come up here. So I did see one little mouse run, but we have kitties coming here pretty soon, so not too worried about any mice. And it was just one cute little one, so.
I'm worried about those kitties.
Either way, not a problem. Okay, so there's a light here. So we turn that on, we can see now. As you can see, we're just going to be using this for storage, really nothing up here. Let me get my flashlight so we can see better. So there's just a little bit of wood chips around the edge, but no insulation really. So I'm going to be, these are 2x4s, I'm going to be adding a 2x2 and then putting in proper insulation so there will be better heat value. And the roof is actually in good shape. I thought it was going to be really leaky, but it's not. So that was a good news thing. But where the leaks were coming from is here. There was a gap all around the stove to the outside. So I put, this stuff's fire rated. It's designed to go around this kind of stuff. So that's what's there. And then during the day, I was able to see the couple little gaps. So I just filled all of them for time being. And overall, the roof was in pretty good shape. So that was one of the good news things.
Jeff Millards asks, what are you doing tomorrow to celebrate the return of Trump as the 19th president tomorrow? We'll probably have a little bit of a fun stream tomorrow. I don't know exactly what the theme's going to be. Maybe just a cringe stream, but we'll take a look at some of that stuff. For those who don't know, people who are into the whole, like, Q thing, conspiracy theory nonsense, some of them think tomorrow, March 4th, will be the day that stuff happens. It won't.
I found once I got up here, and I was able to figure out what the leak was.
Why are we watching a boring video of Marcel filming his house? Because I'm obsessed. Pyromancer says, I'm not looking forward to how Trump feeds into... I'm not looking forward to how Trump feeds into tomorrow. One Speed Yoshi, thanks for subscribing with Prime.
So down there, there shouldn't be any more problems with leaking, basically. So there. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put the flashlight away. And so you guys can see the space. Again, this can't be made into a loft. It's 7 feet, and it needs to be 7.5 feet. So it's just going to be storage space, and that's about it. But we're going to head on back down. And I'm going to do this in a way that I do not fall.
Only half a foot difference from being able to be turned into a loft.
That's lame. But I'm fairly used to this at this point, so we're good. Just get on the ladder.
Oh, the 19th president thing. It's because a lot of the Q thing has been intermixed with some sovereign citizen stuff, and they believe that the United States collapsed and was taken over by a fake United States corporation sometime in the late 19th or early 20th century. Whenever the 18th president was after that. They think the 18th president, whoever that was the last real president, and Donald Trump's going to come back and reinstate the real United States, and he'll become the 19th president, and all the other ones don't count. Cotton Katie 903, thanks for subscribing with 8 months. 8 months. Almost have a stream, baby. Start thinking of names. Ulysses S. Grant, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Late 1800s? Okay. Late 19th century, then.
There we go. Okay. And on the ladder. Okay, so here we go. We're going to head on down, step at a time, safely. Really not a huge fan of heights and stuff, but again, it's not really a big deal. It's just a little ladder climb, so not really a big deal. A little view of this place there. Keep coming on down. Okay, so that's that. I'll take the ladder down after. So we're going to go outside after. But first, I'm going to take you guys under the house just to show you guys what was going on there and what we've done and then what's left to do still. So here we go. Let's go. We've done and then what's left to do still.
He has a V for Vendetta mask. Marcel is anonymous. Confirmed. Do you see that? It's on the mini fridge or whatever that is. It's blurry, but it's there. I can spot one of those masks from a mile away, okay? You can't get one past me.
So here we go. Let's go crawl under the house for a minute. I put on my under.
It is the I'm an effing judge guy, yes.
The house pants.
I'm anonymous,
my under
bitch.
the house jacket on, which I'm just going to do up briefly here. Set you down for just a second. That's the kitchen. Not too much been done to it as of yet. Already showed you a little bit. But yeah. Anyway, okay, so here we go.
Cotton Katie 903 says, I just found out my grandmother passed away from COVID. That's both my dad's parents. I need some Comfort Hannah content. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that.
Head up to the garage. Alrighty. So doing a full tour here, because again, this is also for insurance purposes that, diligence is being done in caring for the property. So in here...
Killjoy102 says, so, electrical engineer here. Unless Marcel has a GFCI installed in that tub, he's going to die. Ground fault interrupts circuit, cuts power if high current is drawn. I'm gonna hope he did that then.
Cleaned everything up, just storing paint in here basically. All the house under there is all good. For the bathtub, I'm hooking up the taps yet, or having them hooked up yet, so the water here, we're just going to do a split and then feed through the new stuff, but all good. Water tank's in good shape. For the tub in the bathroom, we had an electrician come out from Sigurdsson's, and they put in the new bathtub there, so that's there, so that was all professionally done and done properly, which is
okay. He hired someone to do it, so hopefully it was done correctly.
Great. Head out of here. So, garage door's all good, and that's where the truck's parked. So I will say the fuse box here, we were having outages a chunk, and the 6th breaker here, it pops sometimes, so I am going to be putting in a new box, but the electrician who put in the tub's happy to do it. It's not very expensive, and he has one already, so not a big deal there. So again, we definitely have a handle on the property at this point. Initially it was a little overwhelming, or a lot overwhelming, but again, it's all good now. Things are going really good. So it's a little humid because the dryer's going. Let me just set this down so I can hoist up. Let's see if I can get this to sit. Hold on one sec here. There we go. Okay, so let's lift this up and go take a peek underneath. Okay.
I hate crawl spaces. The only thing I hate more than crawl spaces is going into a crawl space with Marcel. Pyromancer says, why does it look like he used a house paint on that truck? He might have. Profane Priestess says, the Quartering's dumb friends are harassing internet sloth Casey Explosion because she was in a thread with someone he sent them to attack. Lovely. Yeah, we were going to talk about the Quartering situation a little later.
Take the heater out. This is the heater that's under there just to keep everything nice and warm. So I'm just going to pop that out for now, shut it off. Grab our flashlight. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to show you guys. It was super sketchy. Oh, crap. Hold on. Okay. Try not to drop this. Good, we're still recording. Hooray. Okay. Glad it happened out here instead of under there. Okay. We good? I think we're good. Okay. So let's head under here. Okay. So we're going to crawl under, and I'm going to explain what was going on. So, crap. I will say, first of all, this hands-free device is not the best. It keeps falling on me. Sorry, I'm covering stuff up. Let me get this proper. You know, I'm just going to hold the phone. Heck with the hands-free. Okay, so let's crawl under here and give the tour of what's up.
This is making me very uncomfortable. I'm not the big... I don't know if I'd classify myself as strictly, like, claustrophobic, but I don't like being in small spaces. Especially where I, like, have to crawl. Ooh.
So, I'm going to take you over here. So, we have the main beam. This one here is pretty good. Not too bad. The one back there is pretty good, not too bad. But when we get to this beam, that's the one that you guys knew about, right? That's the one you guys explained. It raised up a bit. We
Oh, God.
needed to replace that.
The house is being... I mean, I assume that's the function of this device. But it just scares me that it looks like he's currently residing in a house that they're doing foundation work on and, like, jacking up the... Oh, God.
Right there.
Pyromancer says, I don't like the feeling of being in a small space with Marcel near me.
So, obviously, new support's been put in there and there as well. We have temporary jacks as well, and I'm about to put in teleposts. There's 19 to 33-inch teleposts, so those are going in over the next few days to a week, and this will all be shored up perfectly. But again, we do have the wooden blocks as support for now. But I'm going to take you guys over here. So this was cracking. This has been jacked up, and again, we have it all bridged. But if you look over here, the contractors that I had over here at first, they came down here, and while they had just installed this, and that went over there. So that was there, this is here, and then when they were down here, this shattered. This is the old support here, you can see it there. So this is why we freaked out a little bit, because, or got just very scared. He's a buddy of mine who was down here. He's very experienced at this, and literally this shattered while he was down here working. Those are the splinters, okay, so you guys can see.
Okay, again, you should probably not be down there then, Marcel.
Cement,
none of this looks safe. I'm gonna go with you on that one.
There is proper support under here now, right? So, but that was extremely scary, and then I'm gonna show you guys the other scary thing that we dealt with just in the nick of time. Like, I mean, just in the nick of time. Like a scary in the nick of time. So again, we have this all shimmed up here. We have support there, 2 jacks there. But you see right there, here, let me go closer, because you can't quite see it. So, first of all, that stump there that you can see was diagonal here and about to fall. See, just like that one there, right there. See how it's a little bit sideways? Okay, that one's still got to be jacked up. It's hanging in there for now, and these are supporting as well, so that's not too bad. But that right there was literally the top right side and the bottom left were all that was holding it. And you see the bottom, it's all rotten. So
Okay,
it was literally almost falling to the point I was hearing the house shift and crack like every night. Now, since all this has been done, it hasn't shifted or cracked once. And then I'm gonna get under here with the laser level yet. Just finish jacking this stuff up, get the teleposts in. I'll obviously be doing proper footers, the foundation a foot deep, 18 inches by 18 inches, so it meets code. And you can see here we have the beam all ready to go, right? So it's all nailed. We put it width facing up, and it'll sister with this one. And then I'm also going to add ones here, and then also over on the other side there, because it right now is just under structure supported. But the good thing is all the floor beams are solid, the floor is solid. It was just the posts that are old, and it was like a tree trunk, so that gave. And then again, like I said, the other one over there, that one over there, right there, literally shattered while they were under here. And if they didn't have these other supports in, they would have died. But within that, luckily they knew what they were doing. We actually had a structural engineer come before they did it, and just showing, see, this is all rotten. It's all rotten here. It's splitting. So this is what we're going to be sistering up, putting new stuff. As you can see, it's already lifted up a little bit there from us just jacking it up and supporting it properly, which is good for everything. So I only have 30 minutes or so on this video, so I'm going to get out of here and show you the outbuildings and the other house, what we've done. But you can see we made a lot of progress down here, and yeah, it's all good. So anyway, let's get out from under the house, because this is the dirtiest part of the tour. And I'm very happy I just decided to hold the phone, because it would have dropped about 20 times.
Says, I'm genuinely surprised he cares about building codes. I am too. In honor of this video, our stream baby is named Marcel, of the family Beset.
And that's the crawl space. So anyway, here we go.
This is almost over, by the way. I just found it interesting.
I'm not going to bother with this hands-free, because it's just
an interesting behind-the-scenes look at Marcel's life.
Set you down for 1 second here. There you go. Turn that back on. Under the house. Keep all the plumbing from freezing. And it's been working really good. It's an excellent system. Works very well. So we'll close that now. Good. Okay. So there we go. Let's go on to the rest of the house. Okay. Back in, and we'll head out the front door and head around to the other house. Lock that up. There we go. Okay, I'll bring the flashlight in case we need it. So again, tour, it's all in good shape. It's all coming along very well. So now we'll head on out. Let's make sure I have something in case a bear attacks me. Not that bears aren't out right now anyway, but I don't like walking around without anything. Okay, so throw my hoodie up and let's go on a tour of the property. So it's winter, so obviously it's snowy. The field and that is still just the field, right? Can't see the bridge, but the lights are on. Just show you here. It's the chicken coop. Sorry, it's nighttime. I just didn't have time to get this done during the day.
This feels so Blair Witch Project.
Still in one piece. Nothing's changed with that. I can't open up the front door because it's all snowed in right now, but I'll just show you from the side here. It's all still intact. Outside of the house is all maintained properly. We got the plastic on the outside of the windows. Let's go to the other house. It's pretty cold out. Okay, so I'm getting a battery warning. I'm going to try and just hurry here. See if I can't get you through the tour. Plus the cold weather seems to zap the phone too. So we did a bunch of ripping stuff out already. So I'm going to just do this super quick before I run out of stuff. That's just the thing blocking. So you can see we ripped everything. Hold on, I can turn on a light.
If this doesn't end with someone standing in the corner, like just standing there, like in Blair Witch.
Okay, so you can see here, ripped everything down to the studs. Ceiling's still intact, leaving it intact until we redo the walls, and then we'll open that up. We don't want to take down too much just for structure. Make sure it's all in place. The footers are already in, so after I'm done the jack post in the other house next month.
Oh, boy. part 2 is only 3 minutes long.
Okay, so let's try this again. We're doing a video tour of the second house. We did a lot of construction, as you can see. The pile is outside. So we ripped down all the mold, all the moldy insulation. It was yellow insulation instead of pink, so that's why it was cold and sucked in here, because it was the wrong stuff. So I'm sure you guys probably already knew. The floor joist, basically after I'm done the other house and put in the jack posts next month.
Can I imagine if his channel was an elaborate ARG setup? That'd be impressive. That's like a 12-year setup. Cotton Candy 903 says this does look like it's setting up for a horror movie.
So I will start on these. We'll obviously be jacking it up. The wood's still in pretty good shape for the most part. A little bit the last one maybe, but most of this is still pretty solid. Already has the footings in here. So again, we'll add more footings, jack it up. Once it's jacked up, then I'm going to do the roof. Just need to jack it up before we do the roof because things will shift. That's what our contractors let us know. And just give you a tour overall here. So this one we've left intact, although I am going to have to cut into the ceiling just for the mold issue, I'm sure, but we'll start here. Basically, this was all ripped out. This we've been able to keep for now, although I probably have to go under it. But over here didn't have as much leaking. Nothing in there in pee and poop. We already...
Wait, what did he say about pee and poop?
Great. Just like over here, it's all been ripped out already. So we just cut into the roof over here, see how bad it is. And if the mold isn't everywhere, then I'll leave this. But if it is, then obviously we'll rip it out. Just like over here, it's all been ripped out already. So we just cut into there to see how the boards were. Obviously, we'll need to do jacking all that up as well. New floor will still be going in here. We sealed this up so animals can't come in here and pee and poop and anything like before.
Gotcha.
This is pretty rotten. This is going to be coming out. Down here is all rotten. I know you guys know that already. What we did is we cut a line along the base, so when we put the new floor joists in, we can tie it into the 2x4s, which are not rotten. And again, this was already like that. You guys already did that, so great. And yeah, so this is the house. So this is what it's at. Basically, we've just ripped down most of what was rotten, and obviously there's still a lot to do, but we got the first step done of just getting it down to studs. So anyway, let's get out of here and go show you the outbuildings quick. In the freezer is on. Keep a couple of things in the freezer.
Ooh, can we see what's in that freezer?
Fridge is on.
I don't recognize any of these. These are probably Canadian brands. Looks like there's some bread, maybe? I don't know.
Couple of things in the freezer. Anyway, trucking right along. Get out of here. The door is over there. When we took the stuff down, things shifted and it was going to fall out, so I just took it out so that it would not fall and break, because we'll use that in the future. Okay, so try and do this quick. This has a decent amount of battery strength, so I'm hoping we'll make it. But at the same,
you want to avoid bread in the freezer. It screws up like the texture once it thaws.
time the cold zaps that pretty quick.
I do bread in the fridge. It stays a little longer and slows growth of mold, so it doesn't show up as quickly. I'm okay with bread in the fridge. Bread in the freezer, unacceptable. Pyromancer says, has anyone ever seen his wife? Are we sure he didn't cask of Amontillado her?
So, again, from the outside you can see.
We're watching the end of Marcel's property.
So shortly after we got
video.
here,
I
opened the garage door and it all tried to fall pretty much. But again, you guys already have a new garage door for that exact reason, so I just have it braced right now. I'm just going to be adding like a gate that opens in the middle and opens out. Nice. So I'll give you guys a quick tour. So this is the garage. Still standing. I got a quote to be about $1,500. I'm going to get proper electricity right now. It's just kind of rough wired. But this is all here. Let's open this real quick if we can. Okay, so we just have...
Oh god, that abruptly ended. Oh. Oh no, Marcel has a pet squirrel?
Guys, we'll see you in a while. Thanks.
Oh, it's just a wild squirrel that lives in the property and he's feeding it. See, this is the content I want, Marcel. More squirrel videos. Well, That's not a lot of squirrel in your squirrel video, is it? So that's Marcel. I just wanted to take a look at his house thing. It's interesting. VM Bellamy with 100 bits says, heaven forbid he films this during daylight hours to make it look like less of a horror movie. Sleeping Warrior banned from YouTube. Oh no. Did I have Sleeping Warrior? Yeah. Oops, wrong one. That's Taboo Conspiracy. Hold on. Yep. Okay. Sleeping Warrior banned from YouTube.
You guys have all probably heard already that Sleeping Warrior's channel has been removed from the interwebs. The man of floating egg fame, you all know who he is, and the person after whom taking a piss is now known as taking a Riley. So yeah, basically his channel got nuked. I think today it was. This happened about...
Sleeping Warrior, I think, is a flat earther. He did a test where he, a test, air quotes. Excuse me. He did a test where he took eggs in water, and I don't remember if some of the eggs were boiled or if it was a salt water thing, but either way, he put eggs in a glass of water, and when they sank to the bottom because of their density, he would be like, yay, gravity. And then when there were eggs that floated, he thought it disproved gravity. Because he doesn't understand buoyancy, I guess. I don't know. Very funny. Christmas saves this weekend and not today, correct? Yes. Saturday will be this week's Christmas saves.
I don't know, a few hours ago, I guess. So I got a comment from, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name right, but SifDK. I'm guessing that's Denmark, right?
It's Irish Demon showing of the
nicely
sleeping...
hot, if you know what I'm saying.
Sleeping... Well, that's not going to come up with the flat earth stuff, is it? It doesn't matter that much, does it? Excuse me, I'm so sleepy today. I didn't sleep right. Like, I think I snored all night or something because my throat's sort of screwed up. And I don't remember any dreams, so I don't think I actually got to REM sleep. It's unfortunate.
Circumstances without it work. Is it fair?
You know what he's pulling me over for?
Yeah, but he's supposed to tell you. Are you pulling him over for doing a U-turn in the middle of the road?
That's one of the issues.
What's the other reason?
You got your ID on you?
I don't have to ID myself. I haven't.
You got your ID on you?
No, ma'am. No, sir.
You got your ID on you?
You don't have to identify yourself if you haven't committed a crime.
Should you have a chicken nuggets or a breakfast sandwich for lunch? Breakfast sandwich is my vote. The audio is traveling, yeah. The audio on this one's pretty bad. I don't think I'm gonna watch that.
Empire, I would like to start giving out royal appointments. This one is a big honor for me to do. This is for my brother, Noble Sharif 9 Feathers Bay. I'm gonna read his certificate of authenticity, and it will be sealed by my thumbprint. This is a message to the greatest Chinese nation. I salute you on behalf of the American Moorish nation with the grandest greetings. The Moorish National Republic federal government, the true and de jure American government at North America, has appointed Noble Sharif 9 Feathers Bay being a free sovereign.
As we learned yesterday, upside down star is satanic.
Ancient pharaohs
I guess
of
so.
Kemet, and a noble descendant of the Tamoshan tribe of North America. That's the Tamoshan tribe of North America, as an imperial ambassador extraordinary, with the emphasis of the territories of Northeast Asia. He has exhibited remarkable abilities in the promotion of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice among our Aboriginal and Indigenous American peoples, and hopes to do the same for the nations of the earth. Presently, he works being an international Moorish American minister and advisor judge of the Moorish American Consulate Supreme Judiciary. He's familiar with the language and social custom of China, would allow...
It's real. Moorish citizens are a thing. Moorish citizens are hard to explain. Oh, God. Is there just an explainer video for Moorish citizens so I don't have to explain it every time? Hold on.
You may not have heard
This probably explains it.
of the Moorish Nationals, but police have members claim to follow Moorish science. It comes from a black religious group that's been around for nearly a century. Most of its members obey the law, but not everyone. Chip Reed looks at how some use their religion to justify the crime.
This 35,000 square foot mansion in an exclusive corner of Bethesda, Maryland, has 12 bedrooms, 17 bathrooms, and trees planted by President Clinton and
Why does it have more bathrooms than it does bedrooms?
Vice President Gore. On the market for nearly $6 million, it's not exactly a steal. So imagine real estate agent Jordan Feinberg's surprise when he learned someone had moved into the vacant property.
The owner calls me again and says, the neighbor called, there are people inside the house claiming they own the house. And I'm like, what?
Lamont Butler, a.k.a. Lamont Maurice L., claimed the mansion for himself. He even provided documents issued by the so-called Moorish National Republic to back it up.
It's a burglary in the purest sense.
Across the country, Butler and many other self-styled Moorish
White says, just so you'd ask that question, Hannah, you pleb.
Nationals have laid claim to property and status they say is lawfully theirs because their ancestors were here first. In Memphis, Tennessee, Tabitha Gentry staked a claim on this $3 million foreclosed home using heavy chains. Charged with trespassing, burglary, and theft, Gentry, who prefers the name Abka Ray Bey, says as a citizen of the Moorish American National Republic, that land is her land. And this man was arrested by police in Fayetteville, North Carolina, for interfering with a stolen car investigation. But his wife claims the arrest was illegal because he is a member of the Moorish nation.
He had diplomatic immunity. Why are y'all doing that?
Moors trace their beliefs to Noble Drew Ali, who founded the Moorish Science Temple in Chicago in 1925. With tens of thousands of followers, the faith borrows heavily from Islam. It also teaches...
Pyromancer says, funny how only the nice expensive houses are theirs.
...is that all black Americans are Moorish Americans, descendants of an ancient Moroccan global empire, an idea some followers have taken one...
Atlantis is on this map, for the record.
Step further.
So you don't have to get a license plate or a driver's license. You can lay claim to property.
Spencer Dew, who studies the movement, says Moorish Americans have long taken pride in being American citizens. But as the group splintered over the decades, some offshoots abandoned that view.
But I also think we have some opportunistic individuals, some sort of lone wolf elements.
Jeff Fort is perhaps the most notorious movement member. The former leader of a violent Chicago street gang, he was convicted in 1987 of conspiring with Libya's Gaddafi regime to blow up U.S. government buildings.
Now that's a hat.
It's kind of a public relations nightmare. The vast majority of Moorish communities in America are not involved.
Give Moorish citizens a lot of shit. They're very wrong about how they think the law works. But their taste in hats is on point. I cannot I cannot insult the hats. They're too good.
Involved in any of this sovereign citizen ideology, not involved in fraudulent behavior, not involved in criminal acts.
As for Butler, he eventually abandoned the Bethesda mansion, but he still faces charges of burglary, theft, and fraud. He's currently out on bond.
You know, everybody likes to look at a big, beautiful house, but usually you call a realtor to unlock the door for you.
For CBS This Morning, Chip Reed, Washington.
I don't even know what you do with that big of a house. Ridiculous.
An overstanding of incentives and initiatives of both nations. The Moorish American National Republic federal government at North America knows with absolute certainty that Noble Sharif Non-Feathers Bay will do a tremendous job of fulfilling this diplomatic mission to become close friends with China. It's definitely going to be a diplomatic mission for all of us to go travel. Moors need to go travel, and we're going to build treaties with different nations.
He's going to show up in China and be like, I would like to talk to the Chinese government, please. We are Moorish citizens, and we demand a treaty.
I'm going to read out his
That's not how this works.
responsibilities. His responsibilities would be to help China create solutions to work through its trade war issues with the
Cotton Candy says, these people sound like they have the same kind of ignorance that causes people to believe that the Olmecs are African. For context, the Olmecs are the ancestors of the Maya. I've never heard of that before. That's interesting.
de facto United States Service Corporation as we begin regaining
40 worst pieces of Rob Liefeld art. That sounds fun.
possession of our ancestral American Almoroccan estates and seaports. Foster solid relationships between both nations by teaching and promoting the true history of America, the Almoroccan Empire, and to consult the Chinese government with the intent to issue future gold-backed credit from our newly established 777 trillion indigenous trust, Moorish American Gold Standard. Okay, so the Moorish National Federal Government hopes that China will accept Noble Sharif Non-Feathers Bay as an imperial ambassador of ours between our two nations. We, the Aboriginal and Indigenous Moors at North America, believe that this will be a great step for both nations.
You can link
to
any
begin
videos.
to
I'm going
correct
to
some
check
of the
them
world's
first,
current
obviously,
problems.
but yeah, you can
And
link
the
whatever.
American Moorish
Doesn't
nation in the
guarantee
West
I'm going to watch it on
hopes to
stream,
establish
but you can give it a shot.
everlasting relationships with Hong Kong.
Pyromancer says everyone
China.
knows Olmec is only a thing in
We're gonna
Legends
seal
of the
it.
Hidden Temple. Why can't they put the silver monkey together? That's what I want to know. It's like 3 pieces. It's shaped like a monkey. It's not difficult to put that monkey together.
When I...
Oh god, the Five Nights at Freddy's trail? Sure.
Emperor Mari Brief, El Rabe. It's a copy. This is going to be the original, filed in the federal courts, file 311 CR 320 in the Western District of North Carolina, is where Morocco soon, and everybody that carries our identification will be recognized.
Moorish citizens are always very interesting.
I first found you, you were nothing. You were small, pathetic. But now...
I don't know if you people remember Five Nights at Freddy's. A lot of people, I'm sure, are fans and have played all the games. I only played the first 2. And I never beat them because I'm a bitch. I can't handle jump scares. I hate them. But they're doing a Five Nights at Freddy's game that's in a completely different style, I guess. And I actually think this looks pretty interesting. Daddy Sume says they made it specifically so it didn't go together well, so they could get less winners and pay out less prizes. Their prize budget was tiny. What was that about? I don't even remember what we were talking about earlier that was related to.
You want more? Are you ready?
Oh, Silver Monkey. Gotcha. They made it specifically so it didn't go together well, so they had to get... Okay. That's stupid. That's ridiculous. But you actually, like, I think this is like an actual full, like, game. Like the other Five Nights at Freddy's games, you're basically locked into... Unless the later games changed it. Again, I only played the first two. The ones I played, you were locked into, like, a position, and you had to just sort of, you know, manage doors and stuff. But I think you can just walk around in this one, like around the Freddy Fazbear Pizza.
Gregory, we can get you out of here. You and me together. They won't stop hunting you. None of them will stop hunting you. We have to get you out by morning.
Do as I say. You will bring me what I want. And if you fail me, then you will. Both of you burn!
I should play it on stream. You know, maybe. I might actually... I've been kind of wanting to do some, not often, but occasional sort of chill streams where I play a game and just talk to you guys. I think that would be a good time. Maybe we'll do this at some point whenever it comes out.
Going on here than you realize.
Is this coming out for PC too, or is this a PlayStation 5 exclusive? I've not watched Willy's Wonderland yet. It's on my list. Because I like bad Nicolas Cage movies. Should be on PC. It's a PS5 and 4 exclusive for the first 3 or 4 months. I do have a PlayStation, so maybe I'll play it on PlayStation, and I have a headset for that, and we can just do a stream that way. You wouldn't be able to see my face, but you could still hear me, so that would be okay. Let's watch some 90s ads. After I do this Liefeld thing, because I think it's funny.
The most important thing you need to know before reading about all of the terrible things Rob Liefeld has drawn is that he has never seen or talked to a woman in his life and has no idea what they look like or how their bodies operate. If you asked Rob Liefeld to draw a diagram of the uterus, he'd put on a pair of gauntlets and punch the shit out of your chalkboard. This is how the man operates. And though I know it sounds like a lot, you have to believe me. I don't want you looking at the stuff he's drawing and think he's a conscious adult male with a creative job, who can and has influenced the minds of young artists. The man is a pair of blue jeans with a face. He has on a backwards cap, and when he turns it around, it's still backwards. Got it? Okay. The number 40 spot is a catch-all for any time Rob Liefeld has ever drawn a woman. We get more specific from here.
Look at that spine.
But if we didn't lump these together, the entire list would be broken.
Oh my god.
Broken spines and colossal hooters. I genuinely feel these are mistakes. This is what a woman looks like to Rob Liefeld. I can't even kid about this.
It looks like you could, like, they could take their hands and do this and fit it around their waist. Jesus Christ.
It's fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. She's wearing a string of pouches where her stomach should, but could not possibly be. And both her thighs and forearms are larger than her abdomen. She has a big ol' ass and torpedo tits. And I genuinely think that when Rob finished drawing her, He sat back, frowned, looked over at his friend and said,
We'll try to...
Yikes, sorry guy. And then he started drawing teenagers for DC Comics. No kidding. What we're exploring isn't an artist we don't like. We argue about that. Bill will like one guy and I'll like another, but generally we don't wish ill on the guys, nor do we hope for their gainful unemployment. We're exploring something so abstruse and offensive that our Mortal Kombat-ridden childhood comes back to uppercut off our level heads 3 times and rip out our spine. In that sentence, spine is meant to represent, holy shit, what is wrong with fucking Rob Liefeld? Who indeed? This is a good introduction to how Rob Liefeld, and indeed just about any comics artist in the early 90s, approached their medium. Make it as dynamic and gritty as possible. In this case, dynamic involves a whole shitload of lines on the face. Some foreboding shadows obscuring the general middle of the face area, and a background that I guess implies he is sitting in front of an enormous Bengal tiger.
Bloody great big Bengal tiger.
Also of note, the fingers of Strife's left hand here all taper down in size from index to pinky. You know, as fingers do. There is also some crazy shit going on behind the binder in the general gauntlet forearm area.
Ahead,
it's paid for fuck it. She'll be crouching. You can crouch in the air. Ah shit, gotta put Shatterstar on the cover. Nothing sells comic books in 1991 like a dude in a billowy silk shirt and some swords. Well, he's kind of, I don't know, either jumping in for some kind of Jodie Fleisch-seated dropkick. The back of his head. Swinging in on a jungle vine. Kidney bean. Check out Spider-Man swinging in on a jungle vine. Jesus Christ, Liefeld drew a dog's hindquarters on him. Just straight up a dog's ass and legs. Oh, I'm not gonna last long. Youngblood, Death Shot, Death Made Red, this blood's for you.
Rob Liefeld, you're not an artist.
Shit! Who needs to explain why they're jumping together in front of a yellow wall with a spotlight on them? It's just blood made shot! Quick question. Why does Rob Liefeld think guns have 2 spots at the end of the barrel for bullets to come out? Boy, can old Rob design a costume. Let's see. Half jacket, turtleneck, matching dance troupe gloves, and oh yes, gigantic area! Apparently the background artist for this panel was Harold, who was kind enough to lend his magic crayon to the scene. Hey, no feet in this one. Score! Oops, still managed to fuck up Deadpool's hand pretty bad though.
Oh god, look at his hand! I just noticed, oh god!
Oh well, I'm sure too many people will be unable to tear their eyes from the bulging grey package to give a shit. I would be remiss if I did not mention one of Liefeld's more brilliant creations. Forearm. His power is that he has 4 arms. Do you realize the subtle pun that? Forearm? Seriously, that's the dude's entire shtick. He's a strong guy who has 4 arms. No backstory, nothing remotely interesting about him. He would just show up and grin cockily and bear hug someone, and then Colossus or Warpath or someone would cold cock him, and whoop, there goes forearm.
Isn't there a Spider-Man villain who's a Nazi made out of bees? The Beekeeper? Hold on. Swarm? Is that who you're thinking of? Swarm is a fictional supervillain appearing in American comic books published by Marvel Comics, mainly featured as an enemy of Spider-Man. The character's entire body is composed of bees. Do you think she likes jazz? Fritz von Meyer was born in Leipzig, Germany, and became one of Adolf Hitler's top scientists. Yep, Nazi bee person. Nice.
Liefeld pretty much specialized in creating characters that no one could give half a fuck about, and then took that to new levels when he helped start Image, which was like an entire company dedicated to that principle. Keep in mind that the dude created a guy with 4 arms, and as evidenced in this panel, has no goddamn clue how to draw a guy with 4 arms. What do you mean, where is that arm coming from? Lay off me, asshole! I have to draw like 20 pages this month! In this comic, X-Force leader
Tucker White says, I'm curious, what is the overlap of people who mock Rob Liefeld's designs and how he names characters while giving people like Akira Toriyama a pass, despite the fact that he names characters entirely based on puns? What has Akira Toriyama done? Hold on. I don't read manga, so... Oh, the guy that did Dragon Ball. Sure. TubeMan642 says, here's a fun video. Hi. Okay. Thank you.
Leader Cable, worse than the previous leader, Network, and Domino, with the proportional strength and speed of Petey from our gang, enjoy a steam bath. As we knew from living on the planet Earth, water is varying shades of green, opaque, and gives off swirling plumes of smoke when heated. Also, his head is on fire. Image Comics is about living for the moment and taking it to the extreme. They didn't have time to learn that when you stick your head in a shadow, it blocks the light on both your face and your hair. Doing research for The Lion King? Let Disney Comics go to fucking Africa and look at how lions work. Draw the lion from a point of view no man can see, and when the ink is still wet, run a comb over it. Isn't it funny that when asked to create a universe of characters for his own comic book line, Rob Liefeld draws a guy who looks exactly like Rob Liefeld and names him Shaft? You know what? Even if this dude weren't Quadzilla, there's no way he'd be able to put his legs together with all those pouches and garters.
Alright, here's the classic. Here's Todd McFarlane and I think Liefeld getting yelled at by Stan Lee because Stan Lee doesn't give a fuck. And Stan Lee's not a perfect person, but I do find this very funny. Show the last one. Hold on, let me pull it back up.
Of characters for and has the haircut she normally has, with white streaks returned. And above all, the reader.
Where's number one?
That's not a stylistic choice. Bender connected via
That's two.
Tokyo means the worst into your hot dog on a stick. This is by no means the worst art that Rob Liefeld has ever subjected the world to, but it is the most blatant example of how little a fuck he gives about every aspect of his craft, the industry, and above all, the reader.
Oh god, why can't I remember the name of Mr. Fantastic and the Invisible Woman's son? Franklin Richards.
We'll ignore the elephantine strong...
Why is it... Has Liefeld made a concerted effort in the last 20 or 30 years to learn how to draw feet? Like, has he ever even tried? What is... And again, I can't draw anything, so it's really hypocritical of me to criticize this shit. But, like, how do you become so big in the industry and never, ever learn to draw feet?
Sad leg that he's given Franklin Richards in the first panel, and the billowy 90s wide neck tee and feathered do, despite this comic actually having come out this year.
Generic 2007 pop song. Auto-tune so all the voices sound weird. This is a pop song. It's 2007.
Look at Franklin's hands in the first and second panels. I have made a lot of jokes about this sort of thing up to this point, but I think this is finally concrete evidence. Rob Liefeld drew this entire page of a comic book before realizing that Franklin was supposed to be holding a gun. Then instead of using Photoshop or altering his existing art, he drew in a gun behind his hand on the first and second panels, then called it a day. Look at the hands! There is no way he ever intended Franklin Richards to have a gun.
Rob Liefeld is still getting commissioned to do work for both major comics publishers. He is one of the most successful, recognizable, well-known, and popular comic book artists in history, despite being difficult to work with, egotistical, contrary, and missing deadlines on a consistent basis. He has made more money than most of us will ever see in our lifetimes. He still cannot draw a foot.
Okay. Here's the time Stan Lee threw shade at Liefeld. And Todd McFarlane.
Explain our thinking on how we're coming
Todd McFarlane, of course, went on to create Spawn.
across and why we're doing overkill the
You
way it
can
is.
think and draw at the same time?
Yeah, and especially if it's going to be overkill, his equipment's got to be overkill as well.
Oh, heck yeah. Always
Okay,
remember, he's tough, but he's not violent.
Along those
Bardlock Moses says, you can't pilot a helicopter, Hannah, but you can call someone out if they crash one into a tree. True. Tucker White says, well, who's worse, the artist who can't draw or the companies who still hire him? Fair point.
He's got the biggest shoulder pads ever existed. It's like
I figured he would.
Okay, I'm gonna give him some big knee pads here, because a guy like him that's got.
Why was that so big in the 90s? I don't get it. 90s comics are. I can read just about any eras of comics and enjoy them. Like I hold on, let me pull up my Marvel app, because I mostly read Marvel, so I have a subscription to the Marvel thing. One sec, let me pull it up. It's gonna make me log in probably because it's been a bit. Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. Like, I can read comics from about any era. Like, I've read, you know, early stuff for funsies, even though it's dated, especially, you know, I haven't really read, like, original Submariner or Human Torch, Cyborg Human Torch. But I have read some original, like, Stan Lee stuff, and it's cheesy, and it hasn't aged very well, but it has a certain charm. And I've read, like, 70s and 80s comics, and they're fine. There's some really good what-if stuff from that era. But when I try and read, like, a 90s Marvel comic, oh my god, it's so hard to get through most of the time. I don't even know why I went and logged into this, since, like, I didn't show it to you guys. But, I don't... This app is great, by the way. This is not sponsored or anything, but if you want to get into comics and you don't want to go buy a bunch of individual issues, Marvel Unlimited is pretty good. You can get, I think, a free trial and go see if you're into it. And it has, like, reading lists, like, here's where you should start if you're interested in a certain character and you don't know where to start, like, with them, because comics has such a long history. I'd highly recommend it. Corpulenticus Maximus, thanks for subscribing. Tucker White says, personally, if the companies don't give an F about who they hire, why should I? I guess. Bardlock Moses says, I think comics like these are why I'm not into comics. Oh, there's so much good stuff out there, though. Don't let a decade of bad shit get in the way of many, many, many more decades of really great stuff. TubeMan642 says, what is the funniest thing about this video is that Todd would make this guy a Spawn character named Overkill. Oh god, look at him. That's so bad. Highly recommend Jeff Parker's Agents of Atlas. Let me put that on my list, hold on. It works like, Netflix, too. You don't have to buy the individual issues. Once you have a subscription, you just have access to all the comics. Atlas. Which year was that? Jeff Parker's Agents of Atlas? Was that the 2009 run, or was that the 2006 run? I've not gotten into manga. I don't really like anime either, so I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. 2006, cool. Can we call out Butch Hartman? Yes. Yes, we can. We'll get to that in a little bit. Let me put this on my list and then I'm good. Bush Hartman is trash. I agree. Cool. Add to library. The cool thing about these two, and I'm really not trying to just shill, but I really like this feature. You can either do just normal, like, full page stuff, so it just reads like a normal comic book, but I like doing the motion. They're called smart panels. Basically, it makes the scene sort of transition more like a movie or a motion comic, and it's very nice. I like it a lot. Sometimes it's quite good. It takes your eye where it needs to go, and then at the end it shows you the whole page so you can get it all in once. But I really like the smart panel feature. But yeah, I think Atlas is Wu, who's from Agent Wu, who's in WandaVision currently, if I'm correct. So anyway, that's enough about my personal shit. Tucker White says, I've never understood the appeal of comic books. So many are cliche, and way too many fans are toxic. Tucker White says as he cracks open a volume of My Hero Academia. Funny. You had me in the first half, I'm not going to lie. Pappy Hal with 20 bits says, speaking of Fall from Grace, chat reminded me of a Butch Prayer Cure Autism Hartman. He traces too, and I only recently discovered his art style isn't his. It's by a much more talented artist. That's sad. Corpulenticus Maximus, thank you for gifting 5 subs to the community. Appreciate it.
Some armor and got some guns and stuff like that. Is gonna.
Boy, he looks grim, doesn't he?
Kids, you know, I mean, the kids like the dark, moody stuff. I mean,
they seem
you know,
to.
I mean, you're.
But I have a question I've been wanting to ask you guys. How long does it take these people to get dressed? These kind of characters.
Who says
that
they
you draw?
undress?
I mean, there's something they have to get out quickly to save the world, but it takes them an hour and a half to get into all of this stuff if they work fast.
That's right. Getting into the costume is like going to the bathroom in comic book. You never show it, but you assume that Superman and Batman and Spider-Man actually do go.
They do show it sometimes, though. They do show it. Spider-Man's suit is often beneath his clothing. Superman famously would go into, like, phone booths and and he was wearing his suit under that, too. That's the point Stan is making, is that a lot of superhero suits previously fit relatively easily under clothing and could be quickly changed into, whereas this isn't. And I don't need, like, 100% realism, but there are some things in a comic where it's like, my suspension of disbelief's a little iffy on this one.
Oh, and urinate every now and then,
You're right, but you never do show it, do you?
No.
But you do show, very often you show people getting dressed, especially...
Barry Allen has his costume in a ring, true. Batman is a special case because Batman patrols during specific hours. He goes to the Batcave, he gets ready, he goes out as Batman, he comes back. He also has often bat suits and stuff stashed at places like Wayne Enterprises if he needs to get to one real quick.
To recall that now.
Yeah, no.
You draw hands? Are you into hands? Really?
Oh, yeah, I'm the best.
You do hands?
But why don't we give them here wires coming out here, coming down up?
They love that
the kids
stuff.
love wiring.
The wires that he'll trip over.
Why don't we
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you draw good wires.
Oh.
Does he have a double identity? Is he really a meek accountant in real life?
Who else could he be besides Overkill?
Well, I mean, when he takes off all these clothes, is he a 97-pound
do you see him taking...
I'm so glad Stan Lee lived to see the death of this 90s hyper violent, like, who gives a shit about the backstory? They're just like this. I'm so glad he lived to see comics come back to a maybe not financially great place, but creatively we're in a much better place than we were in the 90s.
Rough fist. Okay. His thumb. He would have 3 different cannons that are facing you for the large kapui. So right here. They could be like missile launchers or whatever. But he's going to have those right over here.
What makes you make those value judgments? Why only 3? He's got 4 knuckles.
Because
the reader's crazy. Why does he have more on that side than that side?
No.
For the sake of our unseen viewers, is this really the type of thought process that you guys go through when you create characters?
Except for we have more than 20 minutes.
Hey, don't insult Snowflame. Snowflame is the only super being powered by pure cocaine, and I respect that.
This is probably longer than you usually
Yeah.
take. Well, I think I've got to say seriously, which isn't easy for me to do, but I think it's very impressive that in a matter of 20 minutes you guys could come up with something like this. I mean, bad as it is, it's still impressive that you were able to do it this quickly.
Yeah, that's a cool logo. That
Rob,
is really
didn't you
cool.
promise that you would draw and we would do the talking? And when you
I'm
grow
sorry.
up a little more, you know, we'll
Okay.
let you in there
All
with the
right.
grown-ups.
Well, when you were creating characters, Stan, what was the process back then? I mean, because Rob and I right now, we do our own writing and our own drawing. We don't collaborate with anybody anymore. So
That's the problem, and I've been meaning to talk to you guys about that. Boy. He is one grim
Don't try and throw shade at Stan Lee, okay? He will fuck you up.
looking guy. There's no way this man can move. He's got to have a power to defy.
Some character today. Let's see.
My name is Daniel Kibblesmith, and I am the writer of New Warriors #1. I got interested in the new...
Oh no, it's the fucking... Oh god! We don't talk about this. We never talk about this team, okay? This team strikes me as the kind of team that in like 30 or 40 years, long after this team has been forgotten for being super cringe, some really creative comic book writer will remember them and actually bring them back, but do something really creative with them. Like have them self-reflect on their stuff and be like, you know what I mean? What's a good comparison? A book that gets like meta and a book that like recognizes and uses bad characters to like make a point and actually use them in an interesting way. I don't know. Something where maybe they're older and they're like, what was that shit? Why did I decide to call it myself like Safe Space? I don't know. This is the one thing Chuds and Leftist agreed on, was that this was cringe. For those who didn't know, this was a team Marvel tried to introduce where the first non-binary superheroes, according to them, I'm not kidding, their names are Snowflake and Safe Space. Yeah. And then the guy with the Geordie goggles, his name I think was Screen Time, and he gained internet powers by breathing in internet gas. Whatever that means. And I forget what the last one's powers were. Bardlock Moses says, I thought they made this to upset Chuds. I mean, maybe, but it was just embarrassing. Daddy Sume says, Hannah, check this out. What is this? Is this a D&D thing? It looks like a eldritch horror. Gonna OD on that internet gas. Yeah, I'm not watching that shit.
By gravity, I would say, just looking at
He's
it.
a tank. I mean, what do you think of him?
Now, the funniest thing would be if you say that these are jets and he's the fastest man alive. That and the way you have him, we've got to justify all of this paraphernalia somehow.
Okay.
I don't know that you're really doing my character right. It's all right, I guess, for a bunch of beginners. I just want you to, we have a minute and a half or so. I want to tighten those feet.
Okay.
Stan knows. Stan knows. Pappy Hal says, the vampire-looking guy, in my opinion, had the only mildly competent design at a stretch. A Colston of 20-bit says, today is a good day. I beat a new running record, and Tesla's stock price is the lowest this year, and even dropped from $550 to $550 from $686. Elon's downfall is coming soon. I hope so, but I kind of doubt it. Daddy Sume says it's a D20. Ooh, that was a sweet-looking D20 then. Sorry, I didn't recognize it.
All right, guys.
Okay, give him an ankle bone here, an ankle bone here.
I think it takes you longer to sign your name than
Heck
draw
yeah,
a picture. You know?
it is. I'm gonna step out, okay?
Incidentally, you guys have ruined us. We've decided to give up comics and we're going into showbiz.
Those feet. Yeah. Yep. Funny.
Monster, you don't belong in this world. It was not by my hand that I was once again given flesh.
Hey, what the fuck is going on? Dude.
Rob Liefeld is the opposite of Dan Schneider. I can't disagree with that statement. Mike Max 321 with 20 bits says Snowflake and Safe Space pose is giving me some Ultimate Maximoff twin kinship vibe, if you know what I mean. Oh no.
We skipped one part. Damn. Oh, are we doing the thing? No, we didn't. Okay. Mary, we're doing the thing. Yes, we did. Where's the die monster? We did thing. H. O. ... Istld savksbdaskst. Scroll up, homie. Skasht dabesadst. Okay, again.
Time, monster. You don't belong in this world. It was not by my hand that I'm once again given flesh. I was called here by humans who wish to pay me tribute. You steal men's souls, and make them your slaves. Perhaps the same could be said of all religions. Your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you. What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets.
Gamer.
But enough talk. Time, monster.
Fuck. JK Saj Stabs Sack Sads.
Chew.
So what was this thing? This is a commission he did. Someone said, so I don't know what the deal is with this. Doodlebird with 50 bits says, bouncing off Pappy Hal, it's true, most of Hartman's design, if you look, is heavily influenced by the 90s hero aesthetic. The designs were finessed and, frankly, made much better thanks to Steven Silver, who sadly doesn't get enough of the credit he deserves for Danny Phantom. Oh, he traced? This is traced? Good God. He traced a commission? No way. Oh, God. Butch, what are you doing? That's a $200 commission? Look, I know Butch Hartman's, like, famous, but I've bought $75 commissions from Sarah that look 1,000 times better than this. Like, what the fuck? Jeff Millard says, I didn't realize Marcel of the House Bassett voiced Simon Belmont. Doodlebird with 20 bits says a lot of his commissions that are based on actual shows are traced. He did the same with Mikasa from Attack on Titan. That's messed up. Who's still paying for his shitty commissions now? That's garbage. What a piece of shit. That pisses me off more than... Why does this piss me... I mean, it's obviously a wrong thing to do in the first place. But, like, especially since I've known Sarah and I know, like, how much work people put into their art and how much they put into, like, their commissions. And seeing someone like Butch Hartman, who's doing the laziest shit and tracing on $200 commissions that he's getting specifically because he's known for children's cartoons, it's disgusting. That's honestly disgusting. Not to mention all his gross stuff with him and his wife thinking that, like, that certain things can cure autism. Like, he's trash. Creeping Darkness says, my avatars I use here on Twitch cost half of that garbage commission. Yeah. You can do not get commissions from Butch Hartman. I don't know if anyone here ever would, but, like, you can get much better commissions for much more affordability that aren't going to be traced. You can get, like, original artwork from talented, like respectable artists who care about, like, making sure they can work with you to get the result you want, who aren't just gonna phone it in, like Butch. 2man642 says, fun fact, Butch Hartman and Seth MacFarlane went to college together. It's interesting. Keirthin says his Mikasa posts have tons of talented artists advertising non-traced works. Good. Pappy Hal says, thing is, I don't think there's an artist I don't think he, as an artist, learned color theory. He doesn't know how to do lighting, and for some reason likes to use a piss yellow smudge backgrounds. Yeah, that is weird. Huh. I'd legit rather pay $200 for a Christine Chandler OC than for this. Worst 40 Rob Liefeld drawings, and then we'll do some of the commercial stuff. There's that same image again with the spine. Is this just like a written version of the video we just watched, or did someone just literally take all the pictures from this and decide to make a video out of it? Cotton Candy says, real art is hard and time-consuming. This is disgraceful. Yeah, it's so disrespectful for everyone else who's, like, putting in the work to eke out some sort of, like, career in art, which is hard to do. That's incredibly difficult to do. And he's going to use his platform to push his shitty, traced bullshit. It's ridiculous. Corpulenticus Maximus gifting 5 more subs to the community. Thank you very much. The video probably just copied the list. Sure. Ugh. Oh god, the thigh calf foot ratio on this one is so bad. The video was a dramatic reading of the list. Gotcha. Dark Knight's Metal. I haven't read Dark Knight's Metal. I've heard it's great. I heard it's a lot of fun. I haven't read it yet. I'm more of a Marvel person than I am a DC. Or I'll read like some of the Boom stuff, or like the Power Rangers comic, or the Back to the Future comics. But I don't read a ton of DC. Pappy Hal says, Butch also mildly insulted the current Timmy Turner voice actor, in part caused the original VA actor's death in a podcast with the VA. I saw that. He's a gross guy. Cotton Candy says, I'm practically killing myself for art courses, and Butch is tracing for $200. Yeah, it's gross. Doodleburb says it could be worse. He could be like the other artists who legit made his living in the comics industry, tracing porn to panels, character poses, lots of copy pasting. Yeah, who's that again? I've seen their work, and it's so gross. Daddy Sume with 20 bits says he is also a born-again Christian and pushes it constantly. Yeah. Greg Land. Pyromancer says it probably sounds bandwagonish or something, but Iron Man and Batman are my 2 favorite heroes. There's nothing wrong with liking things that other people like. They're popular for a reason, typically. For those who don't know about Greg Land Greg Land is a comic book artist who is known for tracing images from pornography and putting them in comic books. And it's so fucking gross. Jeff Millarts with 50 bits says, good artists borrow, the best artists steal. Igor Stravinsky. It gets bad too. Here's another trace he did. Here is Sue Storm with I'm guessing that's the Submariner. Is that Ultimate Submariner? I didn't really read the Ultimate comics except for Spider-Man. I read a little bit of. But yeah. He traces his own work, too, which is gross. Here he is using the same exact image for the thing over and over and over. Again, it's just a case of being super duper lazy. And I'm sure creating comic book art is an arduous thing. I'm sure it's tough. I'm sure it takes a ridiculous amount of work. I can't even imagine. But if you're gonna do it, do it. Like, what are you doing? Why? Here's another example of him copying his own stuff, which is probably also traced from a porn. Like here he traced, this is fine because it's a cover and she's wearing a swimsuit. There he is tracing a Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue cover. Here he is tracing this. Again, tracing his own work. I'm not even kidding. This is the worst one, in my opinion, outside of the porn stuff. He made Iron Man, and he traced him off of this guy, this stock image that I'm sure you've seen. Like, look at Iron Man's face. He has wrinkles on his Iron Man suit. Like, how is that supposed to work? Even if it was, like, Extremis armor or one of the Bleeding Edge armor, I find that to be questionable. Mike Mack says, do you know the origin of Power Girl's size, if you know what I mean? Oh, God. Have I heard of Super Ted or Banana Man? No. Jeff Millart says, I take exception to that. Ripping off yourself is perfectly acceptable. It's yours. I mean, it's lazy. There's another one that's probably traced off an adult film. Here's some more that are almost certainly traced off adult films. Take a guess where that one's traced from. There's another trace. Like, at what point does tracing straight up just become, like, you know, plagiarizing someone else's work? You get it. What do I know about Jack Kirby? Not much.
Information from Betty Crocker. It's the most exciting thing you can do with the inside of a cake. Introducing the Betty Crocker Bacon Fill.
I remember this.
A pan that lets you prepare a cake with all kinds of delicious fillings. Imagine the look on your child's face when you cut into the cake and there's his favorite flavor of ice cream or her favorite gelatin. And who wouldn't enjoy a cake filled with delicious fresh fruit? The secret is these 3 separate sections. Just pour your favorite Betty Crocker cake mix into the main bacon fill pan and lock on this special inner chamber. Now pour more cake mix into this base pan and put them both in to bake. When they're done, remove the insert, add your filling to the center cavity, and cover it with a base. In no time, you'll have the greatest cake you ever made.
Making an exciting cake with my Betty Crocker Bacon Fill is so easy, and everything's non-stick, so there's no messy cleanup.
These are the kind of desserts you'll find in the finest restaurants. Ice cream cakes, Italian-filled torts, even baked Alaska. Or you can simply fill your cake with a different Betty Crocker cake mix. Just fill the inner chamber instead of the base. Now make all your cakes extra special. Make them Betty Crocker Bacon Fill cakes. You'll get the bacon fill pan, the inner chamber, and the base pan, complete with instructions and Betty Crocker recipes, all for only $19.95. Guaranteed to delight you or your money back. Call now and we'll also
can't make
include this
baked
special
Alaska
dome pan
anymore. He's
that
in
lets you
jail.
make holiday cakes like this. Or give your young baseball hero a
That's the
celebration
law.
he'll never forget. It's yours free. Just pay shipping and handling. Plus, we'll give you over $5 worth of coupons. Good for your...
Baja, it's almost my birthday. It's in 9 days. Make me a Betty Crocker cake with stuff in the middle.
Your favorite General Mills products. So don't delay. Order your Betty Crocker
Fill the center of my cake with cookie dough.
Bacon Fill now.
Raw
Your
cookie
Betty Crocker
dough.
Bacon Fill for
If I don't catch
$19.95
salmonella
plus
this
shipping and
birthday, I'm
handling,
going to consider it a loss.
1-800-765-2564 or send check or money order to Betty Crocker Bacon Fill, 2 Morgan Avenue, Norwalk, Connecticut. Call now.
Hey kids, follow the bouncing plate. Oink, oink, zoo pals. Buzz, buzz, zoo pals. Quack, quack, zoo pals.
Cotton candy says
Zoo
this is
pals
weird, but it makes me want to bake.
When you clean your plate, then you see their face. Hoot, hoot, zoo pals. Ribbit, ribbit, zoo pals. Woof, woof, zoo pals. Zoo pals make eating fun. Zoo pals.
Summers are great, but kids can lose 2.5 months worth of what they learned in school. Don't let them fall behind. Call Sylvan at 1-800-EDUCATE. Sylvan builds lasting skills, habits, and attitudes for lifelong success.
In just 3 hours a week, over 12 weeks, you will see results in your child's reading or math performance, improving 1 grade level, guaranteed.
To learn how Sylvan helps your child succeed in school and in life, call now for this free
Mitchell Drummer says, wait, is Zoo Pals why I'm a furry?
What's squishy, stretchy, and transforms almost anything?
Oh yeah, I remember the Floam.
Roll it, mold it, or cover it. That's the way you Floam it. Look, now you can turn anything into a
Habitual Dodo says, oh yeah, Hannah, the peacocks at the sanctuary I volunteer at are getting their trains in when they start losing feathers. Do you want some? Sure? Daddy Sume says, no, Mitch. That's because of Lola Bunny. Not that fragile says, I'm embarrassed to admit that as a kid, like age 5 or 6, I refused to eat unless my food was on a Zoo Pals plate. I'm sure your parents loved that.
Model creepy Floam critters, or build an erupting volcano of Floam. Plus, mix and match colors for any design you can imagine. Create a stylish jewelry case, or a funky Floam vase. Foam your pencils so they're cool, or show some spirit at school. Make costume masks, even Floam rainbow glass. Take Floam outside and the fun will go on. Floam your bike, a scooter, a skateboard, your shoes. With Floam in your hands, the fun never stops. Just ask anyone who Floams, from parents to tots.
MH Darkbeast says, here's the cake I'm getting for my birthday on March 11th. Let me see what your cake looks like. Unicorn ice cream cake. I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, it does look good. I'm not going to lie to you. That looks pretty darn good. I'm not usually a big fan of ice cream cake. I prefer to have the ice cream and the cake separately. That way I can later, like, decide, do I want ice cream or cake as leftovers?
Grab your camera to remember those giant cupcakes your family makes together. It's so easy. Just fill with any cake mix, bake, and decorate. Wow, that jumbo cupcake looks amazing. Big Top's quick-release silicone is flexible and virtually nothing sticks, so a perfect cupcake pops out every time, making it the ultimate party activity. Mix and match delicious flavors like strawberry and chocolate. The possibilities are endless.
Honestly, I'd probably just make a lot of the tops. The top is the best part of the cupcake. Who wants a cupcake stump? Cotton Candy 903 says, I ruined a pillow and a plush toy with Floam.
Look, nothing's more thrilling than a chocolate filling. Made easy with our optional Magic Center insert. Fill Big Tops with pudding, mousse, gelatin, even your favorite ice cream. Tiny cupcakes won't do, but 25 times bigger feeds the whole crew. With Big Top, just fill, bake, and decorate. Plus, it's dishwasher safe. Store-bought cakes are so expensive. Metal cake molds stick and cost over $35. But you can join the show with Big Top Cupcake for $19.95. We'll even include this idea book free. Use the tips to make a silly clown face that's sure to get a laugh. But we're not done. We'll give you these awesome animal cookie cutters to bake 3-dimensional cookies. Make yummy lions or tasty elephants. A $20 value free. but call right now, and as a bonus, we'll double your
You know, Earthworm Jim or its creator, Doug Tenaple, he's an animator and writer too. He's been called out for racist and homophobic remarks. We've watched a couple of his videos on stream before.
Value for $19.95. Call or log on to get yours.
Gato asks, genuine question, Hannah. I really want to start streaming, but I'm a big people pleaser. Any advice for a lefty weeb with anxiety? I mean, that's not a bad quality to have if you're streaming. You want to be able to have rapport with your audience and be able to work with them to find things to watch or whatever. I don't know. Just don't worry too much about it. Don't stress yourself out. Just do it and have fun. Don't have any expectations of anything. If people come and watch, excellent. If not, have a good time anyway, because it's supposed to be fun.
With SpaghettiOs pasta, your mouth will really rock. Once you get your lips around us, you know you'll be in trouble. Spaghetti, oh, oh, we want your mouth stream about. Spaghetti, oh, 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 take it away.
Whoa.
Ravenna Zane says, I love your hat, Hannah.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. It's my D&D character's hat that I wear during D&D games.
The dark depths of the oceans to meet and learn surprising facts about the
Zoo books.
all through the captivating, colorful pages of Zoo Books. The publication is specially created for young readers. Each monthly issue of Zoo Books is packed with breathtaking full-color photos and scientifically accurate illustrations, plus games and puzzles. Today, through this exclusive TV offer, you can get 12 fascinating issues of Zoo Books for the special price of $19.95. When you call and use your credit card, we'll include the Elephants issue as a gift.
I had the Elephants issue. That's one I had. I got it at the zoo. The zoo near me has Zoo Books, or had Zoo Books. I haven't been to that zoo in a long time because it's depressing. The animals don't have enough space.
Plus, you'll also get the colorful collection of animal stickers and the tiger poster. So order Zoo Books today and send learning and fun to a child you love.
That post office worker was so excited to hand a kid a zoo book.
To order 12 fascinating issues of Zoo Books for $19.95, call 1-800-441-2400.
You can get the entire collection on eBay now. Zoo Books. What? This one issue is $20. Ranger Rick. That sounds familiar. Zoo Dinos. They made a spin-off series? Oh, God. I loved the illustrations in Zoo Books.
$00. When you call, we'll include the bonus elephant issue, stickers, and tiger poster with your order.
I know. You said eBay.
2400. You must be 18 years or older to call.
Oh, not tonight, sweetie. You've had Chef every night this week.
But I love Chef.
Have you guys had Chef Boyardee ravioli recently? I loved Chef Boyardee ravioli as a kid. I thought it was delicious. I loved it. I'd put an inordinate amount of Parmesan cheese on it. I had it in the last, 3 or 4 years after not having it for, 6 years or something like that. It's so disgusting. It's like the worst noodles and meat mixed with ketchup. It's so terrible. Not that fragile with 100 bits says, I'm curious why a lot of these late 90s, early 2000s TV ads had buy one, get one free sales, especially when a lot of the items were things that there's no reason to have multiple copies of. Gifts. People think I can give this to Nancy as a Christmas gift or a birthday gift or whatever.
Un petit air et le jour, ça commence comme rien. Un éprume et d'ambre vient frapper ton corps malade.
What do you want for dinner?
Chef Boyardee. Boy, this...
And then the mom beat her because she assumed she stole the Chef Boyardee from the store, because how else would she get it? Doodlebird with 50 bits says, speaking of poorly thought out gifts for young kids, I had the full collection of that one Christian radio show called Adventures in Odyssey. I listened to that on the radio all the time, and I rented the cassette tape set from my local, well, not my local, from the church that I went to as a kid. They had a library you could rent that from.
Stuff is good.
Oh no!
I'm working for an hour.
Oh god, this song is like, it was slumbering in my subconscious. Oh no!
Wage, I went to high school, didn't do great. Still I gotta make more cash. More education is what I'm looking at. When I get a degree, I will make a bigger salary. So now I've got to see which college is right for me. I went on the internet and found
Education Connection.
I took some free tests to
Find out my direction.
I'm taking my classes online, getting my degree on my own time. Education Connection matched me with the right college for free. Get connected for free. With Education Connection. Get connected for free. With Education Connection.
This wasn't from the 90s. That commercial is from the
Say hello
early-ish
to Pillow
2000s, probably 2005 to 2008 or so. Pillow Pets!
Pillow pets are cute, huggable pets that pop open into full-size pillows. They're soft, they're cuddly, and they make perfect pillows. Moms, your kids will absolutely love
Only the
their
first
pillow
commercial
pets.
was like late
You
90s. The rest have
simply
felt
undo the hook
early
and
to
loop
mid
strap, And the
2000s.
pet pops open into a full-size pillow. Just fold it up, reattach the hook and loop, and it's back to a cuddly animal. It's fun and easy. Playtime, sleep.
I don't give a shit about
so
pillow
go online
pets.
right
And Planes, the greatest collection of aviation DVDs we've ever offered. And through this special TV offer, you can get 2 DVDs for the price
I
of
had
one.
something
You'll
like
get to
this,
see
but it
big
wasn't
planes, little
planes. I don't
planes,
remember
starring
what it
stunted
was, but it
passenger
was one of these
planes,
videos where it's for like
fly
little
real
kids and
low,
it just
old
shows
planes, new planes, fast
stock
planes,
footage
slow
of
planes,
something
sunken
kids
planes,
like,
even
but I don't
planes
remember
at
what mine
supersonic
was.
speeds, plus much more when you order lots and lots of jets and planes. Each DVD is jam-packed with lots of
Maybe
high-flying
trains,
close-up
I don't know.
action. This special TV offer is not available in stores. Remember, you can get 2 DVDs, over 2 hours of non-stop aviation action for the price of one. It's lots and lots of jets and planes.
You can order now and
Baja
receive a free
says,
bonus CD of
I have
Jet
a
Plane
Detroit-
songs. You must be
Detroit
18 years
Tigers
old or to
mascot
call
pillow
888-300-3455.
pet.
Parents call 888-300-3455. Satisfaction guaranteed. That's 888-300-3455 for lots of jets and planes.
Pyromancer with a link. Oh god, it's Crossfire. Crossfire. You'll get caught up in the...
Time in the future. The ultimate challenge. Crossfire. Crossfire.
You'll get caught up in the crossfire. Daddy Sume says I had that.
You'll get caught up in the crossfire. 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 You'll get caught up in it.
Oh, this has a jump scare. This is a jump scare commercial. I remember. I'm not gonna play a jump scare for people. That's a dick move.
Good booby traps. Shaggy's been trapped. Watch out, Daphne. Good job, Scooby. Let's see who the ghost really is. The Scooby-Doo Haunted House Game.
From the prehistoric past and the limitless future
Oh,
comes
no.
Raptor. Fluid biomechanical motion and 3 programmable behavior modes make an
Old school commercial for a theme park. Ooh, people are sending me a lot of shit now. Hold on.
interactive, responsive,
Roboraptor.
unpredictable. Touch sensors in his head and tail make him powerfully interactive. Sonic sensors lock onto sound. Vision sensors see you. Take control of Roboraptor with a multifunction remote, or let him roam free. Sensory awareness lets him feel and react with his environment. Friend or predator, you decide. Roboraptor, a fusion of technology and personality. Batteries not included from WowWee. Unleash the power of Roboreptile. Fiercely autonomous, Roboreptile claims
shouldn't even
his
know they made
territory,
a
stalking his
Roboreptile.
prey with biomorphic bursts of speed, while his highly evolved vision
Worst
system
doll
alerts him to
ever.
danger. Part reptile, part technology, all added to Roboreptile. Trigger his sound sensors to lure him in and take command with the remote control. Feeding Roboreptile will tame him, but not for long. Roboreptile, a fusion of technology and personality. Batteries not included from WowWee.
Oh, I remember Doodle Bears. I wanted a Doodle Bear.
Something new. I hop in that washing machine and come out nice and clean, 'cause I'm the Doodle Bear. Doodle Bear comes in one of 4 different colors with washable doodle pens and tattoos, each bear sold separately.
Hey, Furby!
Cotton Candy 903 says, I was only given girl toys until I got into video games, at which point my family had no idea what to get me. I didn't even really want all the Barbies they kept giving me.
Hey, Furby! Yeah? Show me a dance. Hey, Furby! Do? Tell me a joke. Knock, knock. Hey, Furby! What? Sing me a song. Me, no. Listen.
With new Furby,
Not.
you never know what's gonna happen. You just gotta say,
Hey, Furby! I love you.
new Furby, each sold separately, batteries not included. You can find more fun at Hasbro.com. Ask a parent first.
Pokemon Ruby and Pokemon Sapphire. Only for Game Boy Advance. Rated E for everyone.
Oh no, not the Muzzy commercial. I don't care about Muzzy.
Create gorgeous accents like this.
Okay, I'm done with this video. I think this got sent to me the other day. Did she just say you're gonna get loopy off my poopy? Let's not teach kids about Jenkum, okay? They're just children. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, they're gonna give so many kids a poop fetish. Don't do this. Why are you doing this to these children? This is real, guys. So people are telling me this is not it's real.
Check it out. They say my poop's so shiny. My glitter slimy besties. Whenever we get down, we spread sparkly poop around.
Pooping toys are a weirdly common thing. We'll look after this video.
What you gonna do with all that poop? All that poop? Whoop, whoop. I'm a poop, 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 poop a ton. Poopsie, that's the 411. Poopsie slime surprise. My poop, my poop. My poop, my poop, my poops. Woo, I'm pooped.
Poopsie dancing unicorn dances just like in her music video. She really sings too. Look at that
Does it poop?
Poopsie slime surprise.
Humanity was a mistake.
Pumpkin. Ooh, I got a sparkly red one. Squishy. I think there's something in there. Alright, I got my unicorn scissors. Now we're gonna cut the top. Just like that. Feels so good.
This toy's premise is you have to dig through poop. Mitchell Drummer says, you look me in the eye and tell me there's a god. What the hell?
Cut into this. Okay, to get the slime out. Look, I got an orange one. Woo! Stretchy bounce slime with sparkly stars. And I think it's changing color. Yeah, it's like almost yellow. Do these really bounce? Let's try them. You want to make pink slime, pick the pink.
Just pour me some, Chloe.
Oh, it's so soft.
Not the whole packet, because I want to save some for later.
What does this have to do with the unicorns?
How could I have forgotten to check what's inside? So, it won't open. But there, it's open now. And empty. Oh.
I just want to see this doll poop.
Poopsie surprise unicorns really poop unicorn slime. Today we're going to show you how
Pyromancer eye bleach.
to feed your unicorn. Make her poop unicorn slime and clean her. We'll demonstrate with Rainbow Bright Star. Before every use, make sure your unicorn's belly button is pushed out. To push out the belly button, press the clip on your unicorn's back and pull to open the compartment. Press down on the internal container to release it. Check that the white clip on the bottom of the internal container is in place, like this. Then, push it back in. Once you hear the click, your unicorn's belly button will pop out. Lay down a washable mat or drop cloth to keep your play area clean. Now we're ready to make unicorn slime. Take the bowl out of the toilet and pour in 1 packet of unicorn shimmer. Check the back of your unicorn. Turn and push the dial to the feeding position until it clicks into place. You'll know it's correct because the lines on the dial and her back will line up. Use your spoon to feed your unicorn all the unicorn shimmer. Make sure the spoon hits the back of her mouth. This motion will cause the spoon to rotate and pour the shimmer into her
Make sure it hits the back of her mouth.
belly. Use the lower fill line on your measuring cup to measure 5 milliliters of...
If this doesn't give any kids a poop fetish, I'll give you my house. I'll give you my house. We'll revisit in about 30 years, and we'll see how many kids have poop fetishes as adults because of this shit.
Room temperature water. Feed your...
You think this is secretly for adults? Maybe. Pyromancer says, you just know some kids are going to develop an unhealthy obsession with making their own poop look like that. Yeah, or they'll get into, like, that feeder fetish, whatever it is.
Unicorn the water with your spoon. Place the bowl back into the toilet. Now it's time for unicorn food. You're going to mix her food, feed her, and make her poop in under 2 minutes. So let's hurry up. She's getting hungry. Twist the lid off your bottle, then pour in 1 packet of unicorn food. Use the upper fill line on your measuring cup to measure 25 milliliters of room temperature water. Pour the water into the bottle, then close tightly. Place a finger on top of the straw to cover the hole. Shake up and down for only 30 seconds. Now feed your unicorn by tilting her backwards and placing the straw into her mouth. Squeeze the bottle slowly until all the food is gone. While holding your unicorn, push and rotate the dial on her back to the rocking position until it clicks into place and the lines on the dial and her back line up. Now rock and roll.
This feels so wrong.
Shake your unicorn for 15.
Like, this has the same energy as those videos that they do on YouTube where it's like Elsa Spider-Man, creepy, algorithmically made videos for kids, like with some other nefarious purpose.
Seconds. As long as your unicorn's belly button is popped out, nothing can come out of her. Look, she can even do cartwheels. Now remove your unicorn's diaper. Move the legs outward and sit her down on her glitter potty. Remember, if you take longer than 2 minutes to feed her, shake your slime and push in her belly button. She may not be able to poop out unicorn slime. Press her heart belly button and watch her really poop unicorn slime. Allow the slime to sit in the toilet bowl for about 10 minutes. Or until it's thicker. While you wait, it's a great time to clean out your poopsie surprise unicorn. Here's how. Take the bowl with your unicorn slime out of the toilet.
How is this fun?
Open the compartment on your unicorn.
Ghetto Kanye says, what about sexy unicorns with poop you help make and play with will cause a fetish? Oh, God. Oh.
Unicorn's back and reset the internal container to pop your unicorn's belly button back out. Close the compartment. Turn the dial on your unicorn's back to the feeding position. Sit her back on her toilet. Fill her bottle with water and squeeze it into her mouth. Push her belly button to release the water and excess slime. Now let's take her cleaning brush and brush the inside of her mouth. Open
oh my God, the vast majority of this toy is just cleaning it and shit. What the fuck is this? This is not fun.
On the back of your unicorn again, and this time take out the internal container. Use the spatula side of the cleaning tool to remove any remaining slime from the container and the inside of her body. Extra slime goes in the trash, never down the sink. Rinse and dry the internal container and bottle immediately. Pop the internal container back into your unicorn so her belly button is back out and ready for her next feeding.
This feels like the kind of thing that a kid, because they saw an ad or something, begs their parents for, and then the parents get it for them for their birthday or Christmas, and then they do this exactly once, and then the parents realize how much of a pain in the ass it is to clean this thing, and they never use that function again. Killjoy102 with 100 bits says, I'm dying watching everyone's responses. I told you it's the worst toy ever. Bardock Moses asks, is this real? What's happening? It's real. 2man642 says, here's something funny. Questionable Super Soaker.
What do you call the new water and ooze blast and oozinator? Oh, yeah! Gross!
I remember this thing.
Of course! Awesome! The new oozinator blaster from Super Soaker.
I remember that. Hold on, we gotta finish the poop video.
Remember to wash and dry the toilet bowl before reusing it the next time. But first, let's check on our unicorn slime. Using your spoon, stir in any remaining water that might have settled on top. Once your slime is at a good consistency, remove it from the bowl and either hold it in your hand or set it down on a protective surface. Now let's add half a packet of Unicorn Magic. The slime magically transforms. You can mix in the Unicorn Magic by folding the slime over and over like this. You can also add some Unicorn Sparkle to make your unicorn slime really shine. Put your slime into your keychain and clip it to a backpack to take your slime with you wherever you go.
What? Why? What the hell is this? Ugh. I want to be real, even when I was a kid, and I'm not going to pretend like slime wasn't a thing that kids liked when I was a kid, too. I mean, Nickelodeon had a whole brand based around, like, we're going to slime ya, you know? I get it. But even then, I didn't like slime toys. I thought they were just gross, and they get ruined almost immediately because they get, like, dust and hair in them, and it just gets gross. This especially, though, it's just like slime, but more expensive and with a lot of extra work.
Fry's unicorns really poop unicorn slime.
It's sad how gambling-style toys have gotten so popular. Yeah, they should probably regulate that shit because it's really unhealthy and not gonna probably be good for kids as they get older. Someone sent a different toy.
Diaper surprise! La la loopsy diaper surprise. Feed your baby's water. Press her tummy, now look inside. Diaper surprise!
Look, a magic charm.
La la loopsy diaper surprise. Stars and hearts and flowers. Look inside. Which charm did you get? Diaper surprise!
Lala Loopsy Baby's Diaper Surprise comes with 4 charms, each sold separately. Look for the baby's DVD.
Why did I stream today? I hate all of you people for showing me this shit. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
1877 Cars for Kids. K-A-R-S Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate online at carsforkids.com. That's cars with a K. Pickup is quick and easy. You'll get a vacation voucher and maximum tax deduction.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
You spelled Beatles wrong.
Did you ever dream of traveling in a time machine? Going back to the ages of adventure. Perhaps to find yourself careening into a lusty, roaring town of the old western frontier, rubbing shoulders with legendary characters right out of Bret Hart and Mark Twain. The sights and sounds of yesterday, today. You won't need to find a time machine for all this. Just come for a visit to Knott's Berry Farm. Across another time zone into the 18th century, and you are witness to the colorful pageant of the American Revolution. Knott's Berry Farm's a great adventure for the entire family. Plenty of free parking.
Well, I was shopping for a new car. Which one's me? A cool
Mr. Sir
convertible or an
Nightingale, thanks for
SUV?
the
Too bad I
12
didn't know
bits.
my credit was whack, cause now I'm driving off the lot in a used subcompact. F-R-E-E, that spells free. CreditReport.com, baby. Saw their ads on my TV. Thought about going, but was too lazy. Now instead of looking fly and rolling fat, my legs are sticking to the vinyl and my posse's getting laughed at. F-R-E-E, that spells free. CreditReport.com, baby.
Offer applies with enrollment and triple advantage.
They say a man should always dress for the job he wants. So why am I dressed up like a pirate in this restaurant? It's all because some hacker stole my identity. Now I'm in here every evening serving chowder and iced tea. Should have gone to freecreditreport.com. I could have seen this coming at me like an atom bomb. They monitor your credit and send you email alerts.
Did you guys know credit scores didn't exist until 1989? Isn't that weird? It's the kind of thing you think just existed forever. Credit scores were created in 1989. Baja says, this is hurting me hearing these things from my younger days.
So you don't
Real children will know this. Oh, God. I can't play Kids Bop, but yes, I remember Kids Bop.
End up selling fish to tourists in t-shirts.
Offer applies with enrollment and triple advantage.
Check it out, gas prices blowing up sky high. Ditch my used subcompact for a two-wheeled ride. Now I'm rolling eco-friendly, but I still look bad. When the bike store saw my credit, they said this was all they had. I'm singing F to the R to the E to the E to the C to the R to the E D I T. Free to the port to the dot to the com. Come on everybody, grab your bike and sing along. It's easy. F to the R.
Offer applies with enrollment and triple advantage.
When you're a rock star, you get to party hard. Champagne and have ER tricked out. Exotic cars, it's just how I thought it'd be. Except the party's not for me, cause some punk opened a credit card with my ID. Free what? Free credit report.com. That's the site I'm gonna hit when I go home. They know how credit works, they send email alerts. Now I'm finding out how bad reality hurts. Offer applies with enrollment in Triple Advantage. I was getting depressed because of all the stress I was feeling at home. Had a poor credit score and the number would haunt me wherever I go. Thought I'd move to a place where my credit could stink and nobody would care. I just wish that somebody had told me that place was a Renaissance fair. FreeCreditReport.com. Tell your friends, tell your dad, tell your mom. Never mind, they've been singing our songs since we first showed up with our pirate hats on. If you're not into fake sword fights, pointy slippers and green wool tights, take a tip from a knight who knows. FreeCreditReport.com. Let's go! Offer applies with enrollment in Triple. Buckle up, everybody, because we're taking a ride that can strain your relationships and hurt your pride. It's the credit roller coaster, and as you can see, it kind of bites. So sing the lyrics with me. When
Sorry,
your debt
Google's
goes up,
asking
the
me
score
a
goes down. When you
survey
pay a
question.
little off, it goes the other way round. It's just the same for everybody, every boy and girl. The credit roller coaster makes you want to hurl. So throw your hands in the air and wave them around like a wannabe frat boy trying to get down and bring them right back to where your laptop's at. Log on to FreeCreditReport.com.
Free credit score and report with enrollment in Triple Advantage.
Wanted to get myself a new cell phone so I could hear myself as a ringtone. Who knew the store would go and check my credit score? Now all they let me have is this dinosaur. Hello, hello, hello. Can anybody hear me? I know. I should have gone to FreeCreditReport.com. That's where I should have gone.
Oh, that was a good survey. I got a whole $1 for that one.
Free credit score and report with enrollment in Triple Advantage.
Do they check your credit score when you get a cell phone? Depends on where you go. I have my cell phone through Verizon, for instance, and they do if you're gonna do financing on the phones, because you can do financing on your phones at some places. Like, I didn't buy my phone up front. My phone cost like $1,000 or something, and instead of paying for it all up front, it's added onto my monthly cell phone bill. So they did check my credit report for that, I think, and they also check like my payment history with them and all that stuff. Did my parents force me to listen to Kids Bop? Kids Bop was the worst thing. My parents didn't give a shit what we listened to, so we weren't forced to listen to Kids Bop. No, I didn't have to listen to Kids Bop. I always thought it was silly. Oh god, it's an instrument made of Furbies?
Furbies. I can guarantee a lot
I'm
of
just
you
gonna skip
have
to the when it
hooked up
works.
into the mainframe in the back. It's rather hard to notice, but when you hit the notes, the Furby also speaks. But they're going a bit crazy right now. I think they're a bit excited to be on camera. So now it's time to play a song. I've just got to get out my Furby composer out of its backpack.
That's kind of horrifying.
The embarrassment that is my life. So I was just at a store in the mall, and I was standing in line to check out, and I needed to fart. So I lowered the music on my headphones, and I proceeded to, fart, and I could barely hear it. So I was like, oh my god, like it wasn't that loud. You guys, I had the noise canceling on my headphones on. Oh my god, when I looked around, everyone was looking at me in disgust. Oh my god, where's my fucking car? I need to leave. Oh my god, I swear to you, I dropped all the clothes and I ran out of the fucking store. I'm never going there again. Oh Bitch, where's my car? I need to go. I can't believe that just happened to me. Everyone looked at me. They were like holding their face with their mask. No. Oh my god, the embarrassment that is my life. So I was just at a store in the mall, and I was standing in line to...
Oh god, it's like a Furby horror game.
Tattletale, that's me. Treats.
Let's play Tattletale.
It's dark. Oh, come on, Mom.
Get the Family Guy theme song as your new ringtone. All you have to do is text.
Oh god, I remember this. When you had to like text companies and pay for a ringtone.
Peter 4.
Oh no.
Peter 5 for there's an evil monkey in my closet. And for bird is the word. Peter 6 to 75555. Or go to jamster.com, subscribe to get up to 20
Jamster.
to check out.
It's the toilet trouble game. Fill the water, spin the roll, and see how many times you should flush. Sometimes you avoid the spray, and sometimes you won't. The last player to flush without getting sprayed wins.
Hey kids, you want to play toilet-themed Russian roulette?
Face the flush with the toilet trouble game. Ages 4 and up, adult assembly required.
Jack was a great guy. He didn't.
This is from AMC. I can't play that. Well, I said I was gonna cover Jeremy, so I guess I probably should. Jeremy's channel is under attack. Mike Max 321 has a link.
Today, since I got to get my car worked on.
Oh yeah, I've seen that mask. It's kind of funny.
Huh? Sorry? Can you put your mask up? My mask, it's up.
You have to put it over your nose.
Sir, it's over my nose.
Oh wow, that is too cool.
You like that? Yeah, this is how we roll.
Okay, so here's what happened. Jeremy, of the quartering fame, is not having a good time. Someone sent this to me, but it's also available on the Kiwi Farms. I wouldn't recommend going to the Kiwi Farms, though, because it's not the best place. But anyway. The quartering, Logitech or something did a spotlight on certain streamers who are women. Jeremy then brought up, like, OMG, this zombie kills woman did a joke tweet once that's like, the face I make when a white woman is about to get her ass beat to sleep or something like that. And it had a meme under it with, like, the you know the meme where it's the lady screaming and then it's the cat who's kind of indifferent? So Jeremy did this and is basically trying to call someone out, which I find pretty funny. And she got like a lot of shit for it or something. Would I be happy or sad if Jeremy's channel was deleted? Happy. I'd be fine with... I could always find more people on the internet to be lol cows and that I can disagree with. Jeremy's genuinely harmful, so I'd be pretty happy if his toxic community had to scatter to the winds. Anyway, Jeremy's been getting a ton of shit for this, to the extent that he deleted his Twitter again for like the 7th time. It'll probably be back, but he deleted it so he didn't have to deal with this. And, he's very scared his channel is going to be deleted. So let's take a look at this video.
This is very serious and I need your help. This isn't one of those meme videos where, you know, it's something trivial. This is the entirety of my channel. This is the financial security of my employees. This is the safety that my family feels.
One of your employees, your editor, was literally at the Capitol riot. I don't really care about their employment status.
This is a outward attempt to remove me from YouTube, to harass my sponsors, and to spread vicious lies about me. And it is something I am not going to take lightly. I'm going to enlist, ask, plead for your help.
One of the things that happened, by the way, is of course Logitech I think Logitech are sponsors of the women that they highlighted here in this tweet. And Jeremy is effectively trying to get this woman's sponsorship removed for this tweet, which is very funny considering Jeremy always claims to be against cancel culture. But anyway, he did that, which made some people mad. So in retaliation, some of them have been going to Jeremy's sponsors and been saying things like, you know, they've been taking some of his worst bullshit that he said over time and been like, is this someone you want representing your brand? Etc., which is kind of funny.
And
he already put his Twitter back up.
Gathering information. I'm going to show you exactly how we got where we are, and I will respond to everything that is being spread falsely about me.
It's always so annoying, too, how Jeremy flips that switch when he's talking about someone else. He'll be like, haha, suck it, lib, you stupid SJW, get woke, go broke, you can't take criticism, I'm just speaking my mind. Oh, yeah, you know, yada yada. But the second anyone is even a little critical of him, he's like, oh, my hearts and stars, my goodness, I can't believe I'm being harassed like this. Oh. It's so transparent, and it's so pathetic.
About a few days ago, I pointed out that a Logitech-sponsored employee, a Twitch partner, had said some heinous things, racist things, okay?
Some meaning. Hold on, let me go grab the actual full screenshot someone sent. Messages. Doon da doon doon da doon 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 da doon doon da doon. So this was the full tweet. This is the archived version of it. Jeremy said something in a reply, and then they hid his reply, and he said, they hid my reply. I'll take that as an endorsement of the cyberbullying being done by Zombie Kills. Cyberbullying being this meme that she posted. The face I truly make when any white woman is about to get her ass beat to sleep is the title, and this is, what he thinks is cyberbullying. So anyway, that happened, and, you know, she went and got harassed by Jeremy's followers, because that's what Jeremy does, is he sends his followers to go harass people, and then he'll try and disassociate it by saying, like, oh, no, I never tell people to do that, but he does that.
They responded by saying it was photoshopped, that I was lying, that they had never said those things. So everybody in games journalism, And
I don't know about everyone in games journalism. She did fuck up, though. She did say, that's photoshopped, and it wasn't photoshopped. She did tweet that.
YouTube heads of YouTube departments themselves got involved in threads harassing my sponsors, calling me all sorts of heinous things. Well, the lie detector test determined that that was a lie. The tweet was real. Here's the original tweet. The face I make when any white woman is about to get her butt kicked to sleep. Her reply, imagine photoshopping someone's tweets. Lomao. Like, I can't go through my own stuff. Y'all have me twisted. It's not even a good Photoshop. I saw I saw that and my first was like, even if she did do that tweet, she probably had a good reason to be racist. Except the tweet is real. Here is the archive of it. All I did was point out that this is not okay. And a dozen game journalists, YouTube employees, and thousands of people on Twitter are now accusing me of heinous things. Like this verified account, Black Girl Gamers. In 2021, a black content creator is terrified because a troll called the cops to SWAT her house. She's owed an apology, and any brand seen supporting the quartering will be held to task. If you'd like to support, give her money. Why? I had nothing to do with that. Obviously. I'm on
I have no idea when that happened, but if it happened recently and after Jeremy's tweets, it probably was Jeremy's fault. I don't know if it was. If it was before that, then no, it was someone else, but Jeremy clearly told his fans by retweeting that and saying those things, go after this lady, because that's how Jeremy's audience is. They're vindictive chuds. They tend to do that shit. I had some of that go down the wrong pipe. I apologize.
Record multiple times in videos saying that it is my opinion.
His fans threatened to swat her, and then she got swatted. Gee, I wonder what happened. Someone call Sherlock Holmes.
That anyone engaging in that type of behavior deserves immediate jail time.
Rose Luna Shadow, thank you for subscribing with 9 months. This baby's name will be Jeremina.
This is not an opinion that is in some random tweet. There's every video I've ever made about it. I'm very clear. I do not support that behavior. If this really did happen to her, regardless of our Twitter spats, I feel for her. I'm sure it's terrifying. I don't approve of that. I don't condone that. And anybody who would say I would has never watched my content.
I've watched a lot of Jeremy content. He always does this shit. Don't do anything. Don't ever do anything. Clearly my audience is full of chuds who like to lash out at people, but don't do anything. Wink, 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 wink. There's their Twitter. Haha.
That doesn't stop people like Jordan Black, games journalist, saying if anyone has ever been targeted by the quartering and has been harassed as a result of being featured in one of his videos, please DM me. I'm putting something together. He swatted a black female streamer and sicked his fans on her, calling it a welfare check. No, I didn't. I never did any of that. It doesn't stop these vicious lies. How about this guy who says, oh, apparently they live in the same city as me. I could try and find where they live and spray paint on their house. Stop being racist. Why, in what world am I being called these things? I pointed out that she said something of that manner. I have no problem with anybody of any skin color, period. And if you do, you're not welcome on my channel. I don't know. I mean, and anybody knows that. Everybody knows that follows me. Everybody knows that I don't
Didn't Jeremy almost write an article for like a white supremacist site at some point? Andrew Dickerson says, I got approved for an apartment. Nice. Doodleburb with 50 bits says, is this him never saying condoning any of that? Like how he never harassed that female cosplayer and was banned from D&D? Yeah. God, what was that? Because I want to talk about it, and I know something similar happened, but... Daily Stormer, that's what it was. Yeah, he was going to write an article for the Daily Stormer at one point.
Condone dogpiling people.
For Jeremy, says Mike Max.
Are you sure about that?
People, I don't want people going and contacting people directly. I would never condone that. But because of that, there's a very real chance they will get me removed from YouTube based on lies. They feel totally fine openly spreading these lies. Verified accounts spreading these lies. Yes, the account doesn't say it directly, but they're obviously implying that I had something to do with it. Talking about going after my sponsors. Mr. Negative is another one who I've archived. Talking about going directly after my sponsors. I've archived all this, dude. I mean, you think that there's not going to be a financial penalty for this?
He's going to go on to threaten to sue all of these people.
YouTube employees getting involved in the harassment, saying that they're personally flagging all of this stuff. Why? What did I do wrong? I had the wrong opinion. They're going to get me. I just went to their YouTube instead of reporting all their videos for harmful...
Doubt YouTube does shit. Probably not, but who knows. I would imagine Jeremy's considered if YouTube is aware of him. I don't know how many channels on YouTube have over 1 million subscribers. Probably a decent number. But I would imagine if you're the kind of channel that has over 1 million subscribers, YouTube has you vaguely on their radar. And I imagine if Jeremy is on YouTube's radar in any way that they are like, oh, the quartering... They probably know he's kind of, ooh, so who knows?
Content. I hope it's enough. How about this? How about another game journalist inciting harassment against me? Telling their followers
Kitty, sitting on the space bar.
These people have no clue. Like, I'm archiving all of this, and I'm going to ask all of you, archive.is, send it to quarteringlaw@gmail.com. And I'm going to go through that in a second. Enough is enough.
He has a whole email address just for people to send him things to make legal complaints about.
Women are screaming for help. Quartering and similar accounts need accountability from their platforms. That means to be deplatformed. Report.
In this case, probably.
Report. This is targeted harassment.
I'm being harassed. Sure you are, Jeremy.
Literal targeted harassment. Why is this okay? They're calling me...
This is his go-to move, by the way. I've been in a couple arguments with Jeremy prior to him blocking me on Twitter. And whenever I, like, get into an argument, and I've shown him he's wrong with screenshots and stuff before, and whenever it gets to that point where I've, like, shown he's wrong, Jeremy's go-to move is to be like, why are you harassing me? And he'll do it as a quote tweet too, obviously as a signal to tell his audience to go and report me for harassing him, which has never worked, by the way. But I do find it funny that that's his one move, is to always claim, I'm being harassed.
All sorts of heinous things. When I'm on record, of course, saying, oh, he's transphobic. No, I'm not. I've said about 1 million times that, look, I support you living your best life. As long as it doesn't infringe on anyone else's rights, you do you.
Meanwhile, you make attack helicopter jokes. You can say all you want that you're in support of trans people, Jeremy, but doesn't really seem like you are. Check my texts. Hold on. Yeah, I should clarify for legal reasons. At no point did Jeremy tell anyone to swat anyone. That is not directly Jeremy's fault.
That I have any type of issues with the gay community. Show me evidence of that. I've attended gay weddings. I have gay friends. What else do you want me to do? They say these things with no evidence.
Foshna, thank you for subscribing with a 3-month streak. Says a Canadian treasure. Then a link.
They know it's effective. Games journalists from PC Gamer, Game Informer, IGN, all getting involved in this, saying, oh yeah, he's just a terrible person. Based on what? None of these people have ever talked to me. They don't watch my videos. They don't know me IRL.
That's weird. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people just subscribed to me on YouTube in like exactly the same time. Weird.
Linking my docs, by the way, in all these threads. I've archived all that. What can you do to help? There are 2 things. And if you made it this far, I really hope today is a day that you've got some time and that you're going to act. Because I need you. The first is to back me on Subscribestar. If you already backed me here on YouTube, I would...
This turns into begging for money. Of course.
Would even say move it over to Subscribestar. I've completely revamped this. Set up goals. There are about 600 people that back me right now. We need to get that number to 2,000 today. We can do it. If you come over to subscribestar.com/thequartering and throw me $5 or $10. $5.
Wonder what he's up to. Is there a total here? Oh my god, did he get up to 8,000 because of this video? Good god, I gotta get into the Chud grift.
$5 even. $5 is plenty. Okay? It's a cost of an energy drink. If enough people do that, we can insulate this content. Yes, I've got big stretch goals. But the goals talk about alt tech dedicated videos, members only live streams.
Baha asks, I'm confused on what's going on. Like, the tweet from the lady wasn't good. What did Jeremy do that was bad? Why are people canceling him specifically? None of it makes sense. It has to do with the fact that basically whenever Jeremy tweets about something like this or covers someone, his audience goes and he swarms them. So, like, he's not legally culpable for any of this. I want to be very clear on that. I don't think he is. But it comes down to platforms deciding if every time Jeremy, like, talks about someone, his audience that he's cultivated goes and attacks them, is that on him? I don't have a definitive answer for you. I think Jeremy's a piece of shit who knows what he's doing, but if you disagree, that's fine.
At this goal here, everything will be available on this website that I've been kind of secretly working on. Ad-free for members. It's not there yet, but I've been working on it. There's links to all. This exists. If you go to thequartering.com, it's here. And it's being updated daily. Now, it's linking my YouTube videos currently, but eventually it'll be my own server.
Baja says, I dislike Jeremy a lot, but he isn't responsible for other people. They make their own choices. I don't necessarily disagree, but I also think it's reasonable to recognize that if you cultivate an audience that is consistently doing shit like this and following his lead and doing so, even if he's not, like, legally liable, which I don't think he is, you could argue whether or not he's even morally liable, which also he might not. But, like, if this community is a problem, then I would understand if YouTube or Twitter or whatever would want to kind of tear it out at its root.
I know I mention my subscribe star often, but I can't tell you enough, or I can't stress enough. You know, if 1,500 of you back today at some amount, that would be extraordinarily insulating against an impending
You don't think that makes sense at all?
which is likely to happen.
Then we can
We've seen
disagree.
it happen
That's
before.
okay.
We saw it happen with Sargon. We've seen it happen to countless other channels. They don't care about me. These people are going to raise enough of a stink, and it's going to work. They're harassing my sponsors right out in the open. Nobody cares.
Is Rumble a new Chud thing? Sounds like a Chud Tumblr from the title. I don't know what... I forgot what Rumble is. I have a hard time keeping track of all the different weird right-wing sites now.
Because apparently...
No, I don't think YouTube will ban him. At worst, 1 or 2 sponsors will drop him, but even that I don't think is going to happen.
I have bad opinions. I talk about Gina Carano, and what are these people even talking about? I'll be leaving Twitter because I don't think it's good for my mental health, and
He's back already, according to people in chat.
Been talking about it for a long time, but I need to stay there right now so that I can archive these things. Now, the second most important way you can help is when you see a tweet, archive that tweet. If they're talking about going after my sponsors, if they are a games journalist, I'm going to show you how to archive something, okay?
Pyromancer says, I hate his folk.
All you need to do is go to this little... Now, screenshots don't help. You take this little thing here, copy link to tweet. Then you go to archive.is. You put the tweet, the link to the tweet in here, paste it in, and save it. Then you tell them you're not a robot. Once it's archived, you take the link in the address bar up here at the top, write 1 sentence about what it is, and then you email it to quarteringlaw@gmail.com. That would be immensely helpful. Of course, I'm going to be putting together a package for my legal team, and I'm going to make it financially painful for those that would seek to remove my ability to support my family, to create content for you all. And as always, I implore, follow me on Alt Tech, whether it's Odyssey or BitChute. These are my 2 main outlets right now. I know there are others, but
I wonder
it's
how
very
much money Jeremy would lose if he got kicked off YouTube and had to stay on places like Rumble and BitChute.
difficult to keep up on 10 different platforms. So I'm on Odyssey and BitChute right now. Once it's done archiving, it'll show the tweet. And that's when you know. You know, it'll say loading for a while. It takes a while sometimes.
Do I have a legal team too? I've had lawyers on retainer before. I was part of a lawsuit, but I don't have one currently, but I could get one very quickly if I had to.
Times to get done. I mean, also maybe something in queue.
If it was a copyright thing, I could probably call the same lawyer, but Windchanter with 20 bits says Jeremy's family is Jeremy, his wife, and his wife's boyfriend.
If it's a game journalist or somebody talking about going after my sponsors or a content creator that's spreading lies about me swatting, I want it all. Don't worry about duplicates. I'll sift through that. This is about protecting my channel. Obviously, that's the selfish thing here. But this is about locking arms against cancel culture.
Which is why the other day he had a whole thing about cancel Disney Plus because they fired Gina Carano.
People are vile. They don't care about what's true. They just care about getting rid of me. This is what the archive looks like when it's done. You take the address, the link in the address bar, open a new email, say, hey, you know, this person's saying about going to your house. Send it to me, done. Grab a couple. Give me a little context on a couple of them. hey, this is a game journalist telling people to harass you.
I do think anyone...
this is-
Okay, they didn't say to harass you. They said to go and if they have anything that they see on your channel that's violating TOS to report it, which is a different thing. But yeah, telling people to go to your house, that's fucked up. That is fucked up. No one should ever do that shit.
This is, you know, an...
Pyromancer says, which is why he was trying to get rid of her sponsor. Yeah, he did that in the first place. He started by trying to get that lady's sponsors to drop her, and now people are doing it to him, and it's funny.
Influencer saying this or that, saying you swatted somebody.
And to be clear, I'm not recommending anyone do anything. I just wanted to cover this because we cover Jeremy relatively often. I do not think it's okay to go and do that shit, for the most part.
Please go to subscribestar.com/thequartering and back me today. If you aren't in a financial position to, obviously that's cool. I understand. But today is the day. Please help me fight against these people. And if you can't, you know what also is super helpful is looking for these people who are harassing my sponsors, spreading lies, threatening me, telling people to flag my videos, and archiving that. That's very, very helpful too. I can't do this
because
alone.
of your
It's
stream,
just
I will
me.
continue my non-supportive chair.
I need your help. We'll be getting back on schedule today. Thank you so much for all your support.
It's just so funny to me that Jeremy is so fine with, like, I don't know. It's just interesting to me that he does this same song and dance every couple months, deletes his Twitter, makes a video that's like, oh my god, my channel's about to get deleted, you better go and give me money on Subscribestar. And it's just like a cycle. And he does it over and over again. It's very interesting. But anyway, that's what Jeremy's up to. I don't think his channel's actively in danger. He'll probably be fine.
I pin you against the wall in the female toilets. What's happening next?
Jesus Christ. He lost Displate? When did he lose Displate? What did he lose Displate for? That was a big one for him. He did that all the time. Wonder Woman 3281, thanks for the $10 donation.
Cool frisbee, Adam. It's not yours. You can't have it. We're standing up for what's
Salt,
right.
thanks for
And being a
subscribing
bully,
to the 4-month
that's not
streak,
right.
says, what's the
I
man
didn't want
baby
your old
crying
frisbee
about?
anyway.
Oh,
Hi there, I'm Galila Asris. Welcome to No Brainers on Dating.
We wanted to come up with the best possible tape, so we turned to America's foremost expert on male-female relationships. Best-selling author of the Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus series, Dr. John Gray.
Mars and Venus on a date. It really is like men and women are from different planets. We come together, we feel all this apprehension, and we want to make a good impression, and we often have no idea what to do. Women use words as a way to experience intimacy, and it's very important for them to communicate lots of words. And for men, men use words as a way to make a point, to convey information, and they're done. Women want details. Women are gathering details. It's their instinct, gather details to share. Women hunger for interaction. Women are like waves. They go up, And when the wave goes up, she's such a wonderful person. She has no problems. She appreciates you. She has good times. Everything seems to be perfect in the relationship. But then the next day, that wave crashes. It's like she has amnesia, and she's forgotten every good thing you've ever done together.
What the hell? Galumping Idiot, thank you for subscribing with 2 months, says, was watching the Surfs talking about one of Binky Sharpedo's bad takes, and I'm angry now. Here, have a rage sub. Thank you.
He's going, what happened to this woman? But just simply let her go down, and when she hits bottom, she comes back up.
Now that you know some of the basics about men and women, you're ready to start the actual dating process. Attraction all starts with the basic principle that men pursue and women flirt.
If you just come after a guy, you lose him. You have to let him be coming after you always. As soon as you start going after him more, you become the man. We have to know the dynamics of romance. Is man provides, woman receives.
Left Flank Vets, thank you for raiding. Welcome, Raiders. Everyone here should go check out Left Flank Vets. Really, really great channel. Veterans who are lefties talking about all sorts of political topics. So go check them out. Oh boy, what are we doing that I can explain? We're looking at nonsense, basically. We're probably wrapping up the stream soon, actually. But I'm Hannah. I'm a trans leftist streamer. I do Chud Watch, which is where I look at political topics, and I look at sort of right-wingers like Tim Pool or Ben Shapiro and sort of talk about whatever they happen to be talking about that day. I do conspiracy theory debunks on Tinfoil Tuesday, where I kind of debunk conspiracy theories, which has honestly been crossing over with politics a lot lately, so we deal with, QAnon bullshit, along with some Flat Earth stuff. Today's Whatever Wednesday, so we just sort of watch whatever that I want. There's no rhyme or reason. But yeah, we do all sorts of stuff on here. So if you like what you see, I guess give it a follow. Though I'm a little out of sorts today.
Provide more. But what you can do is do things to invite him. And that's the difference. That's femininity. That's flirting. What's flirting look like? You look at a guy. He gets a chance to go, oh, she looked at me. Well, let me look at her body. Women love it when a guy's like really interested. Where are you from? Talk about a little geography? You just talk geography. It's the safest thing. And the woman is very attentively listening. See, she's doing what is the most loving thing you can do on Venus, which is to listen to someone when they talk. So he's talking about himself. She's asking him lots of questions. Then a bonding starts to take place.
Oh, thank you.
This is the secret of winning a woman over.
And what do you do again?
I'm a truck driver.
This moment is always a tricky one to figure out, but every guy out there should remember this.
You gotta kiss her. Women won't even know sometimes if they're sexually attracted until you give them a kiss.
Oh, God! Cotton Candy 903 with 20 bits says my skin is crawling right now. Mine too.
She doesn't have one of these. This is like the Geiger counter. This is the one I want. If a woman doesn't want to kiss you, she has techniques. You can start coughing. You kind of just keep backing up.
Thanks.
Sure.
Good night.
Good night. Just do a little trip like this.
Oh.
And you take his hand and go, had such a good evening with you. And then the simple one, turn to the cheek. Cheek to cheek. And he gets the message that, you want to be friends. And for men, to get in touch with your feelings, to follow your feelings, means to follow your sexual feelings. Now, for women, it's different. For women, you want to start with your mind. Then their heart starts to open, then the genitals. What happens to women?
It goes top down. Mind, heart, genitals.
Is as they're considering being in a committed relationship and they're getting all this love and support, her hormones are being stimulated and she starts to glow. You look so wonderful tonight. You're stunning. You look outrageous. Wow, you're just glowing tonight. Wow, you look like an angel from heaven. It really is like men and women are from different planets.
Good.
What the hell? Oh.
Oh, that's much better.
Who are you?
I am the spirit from the land of far away. Now grab hold of my beard Hold on tight.
Why? Look, this is the Zordon problem, okay? Giant floating wizard head comes to you and gives you directives. Do not listen. They are always sus. One Speedy Yoshi says, when you grab onto Jake's beard, does he fly away with you? I've never come in contact with Jake's beard, and I would love to keep it that way.
Flying through the garden.
This reminds me of that Junji Ito story where the balloon heads come down and kill everyone.
Garden of the roses.
That's not a beard, that's throat pubes. God.
I can see a bird. It is the bird of sorrow. I hear the bird of sorrow.
The kid can't breathe in space. You're gonna kill that kid. That's the point. He's just tricking the kid to bring him into space to suffocate him. Oh no! This is just Falcor, but scarier. Where's he taking him? Oh, God. Is he gonna take him into a black hole? Cotton Candy 903 says nothing like some whimsical child abduction to complete the evening.
Snow White.
Your lovely stepdaughter?
I want you to take her into the woods and do away with her. What are you doing?
I promised your stepmother I'd...
Oh, thank you. I'll never forget what you've done for me.
Neither will I. I just forgot.
The fairest one is you, my queen. Your winner.
Why, you're an owl.
Yes, I am. Hey, how do you know my name?
Your name?
Is Why. Why, the wise old owl. And do you know why I'm why? Because I get to the meaning of things. I ask why, not just who, like your standard owl. Follow the yellow brick toad. Come this way.
Hurry up, all of you. Yes, hurry, 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 hurry. Hurry. Watch your stupid feet, clumsy. Okay. Who left the light on? Maybe Goldilocks has been around again. Give me that club, and that fire poker, and that pickaxe.
Who are you?
Never mind. You are who?
I am Why, and she is asleep.
Oh!
You ate my dinner.
Oh, dear. I was so hungry and frightened. On the day I was born, my beautiful mother died. And my father, he was a king.
On behalf of my fellow dwarves,
especially those of us who don't like to do housework,
and those of us who believe in love, And those of us who like to have meals well cooked and on time. I have a question. Not now. We hereby wish to extend to you our official invitation to stay and live with us. You'll have to cook.
And clean. And give us lots of hugs and kisses and tuck us into bed at night.
Well?
I humbly accept. Scat, I want you to have this lovely silk sash. Oh, too tight. I had no idea that old lady was my stepmother in disguise. Dance and be happy, children, and when you're all danced out, we'll bob for apples. I love to bob for apples.
And I'll show all of you how to bob.
Right. Come up to the front of the line, my little beauty. Yes. I've got it. Yes, you do, my darling. Oh, I love this.
What's happening?
I'm the fairest in the land.
Stop! I want to know what's going on. Here lies Snow White. Is Snow White dead, Mirror?
Well, yes.
Say you'll marry me and become my queen, and we'll rule over the happiest kingdom in all the world.
You'll have to ask their permission.
Sir, may I have Snow White's hand in marriage? Well? What's your decision?
I don't know where we're ever going to find another girl to come all the way into the woods every day to cook and clean.
Have a good day.
We will.
Don't forget to take out the garbage.
Goodbye.
Bye, Miss White.
What the fuck? Oh no, I remember that. That played in that Disney skateboarding game.
What you do with my ball?
Fun with Ted Cruz. Well, that's horrifying. That was scarier than the poop unicorns we watched earlier.
Going to take this time capsule right here and stick it into the ground for 50 years. You guys ready for this? Yeah! All right. We asked you kids because we wanted to show kids in the future what was important to us here in 1992. We got a skateboard in there. The AIDS crisis. We got lead pencils.
Okay, let's go over this list for real because I'm curious. A piece of the Berlin Wall, rollerblades, an MC Hammer CD. Sounds about right. World Atlas, a history book, a Michael Jackson CD, ooh, Nicktoons t-shirt, comic book, ooh, I wonder what comic book it was, Barbie doll, Hostess Twinkies, Pump sneakers, skateboard, bubblegum, a phone book, ooh, that aged pretty well in terms of being like a time capsule thing, and a book of endangered species. Yeah, that's a pretty good, like, kids' 1990s time capsule. Maybe if they threw in, like, a Tamagotchi or, although that might have been later in the 90s. I don't know. That's not bad.
We got
Pogs. I don't know.
CDs by Michael Jackson and Hammer. We even got
a Game Boy, maybe?
Got some Twinkies in there. I'm going to call up here. Put your hands together for Vicky Horn. Vicky, come on out here. This is Vicky. Now, Vicky, where are you from?
Yeah.
Okay, step right over there. And we also have another special guest Put your hands together for this guy. He's the star of the hit TV show Blossom, Joey Lawrence. Come on up here,
Joey Lawrence!
All right, Joey. Nice to see you, man.
Whoa.
Okay, beautiful.
All right,
Go
Mike.
ahead, press the button, man. We're all set. Whoa! What was that?
I have no idea, Mike.
It's a DeLorean.
A DeLorean!
Who is that? Ladies and gentlemen, it's Dr. Emmett Brown here at Universal Studios in Florida. Yeah, give a warm welcome to Dr.
It's not actually Christopher Lloyd.
Brown.
Hold everything! Go bury that time capsule! Joey, thank goodness I got here in time. Terrible news, just terrible. By the year 2042, there'll be no more gack in the world. No more gack? Exactly.
All they have are these weird unicorn toys that poop slime!
So for the sake of future children everywhere, you've got to put some gack into that time capsule, otherwise the future is sunk. I think it's time for the Gackmeister.
That's a good idea, Joey. Gackmeister!
Gackmeister!
Is this just all an ad for gack? Did they bury a time capsule to sell more gack?
Gackmeister out here! We got some gack.
All right, here's the jar. All right. Here's the lid.
All right, we got some gack in there. We're going to need that. And this gack is going to last 50 years, so make sure get it in there. Okay, thanks, Gackmeister. We can always count on you.
Gack was Nickelodeon's brand of slime, basically.
Say hello to Blossom for me.
All right, thanks, Doc.
And we'll see you all in the future.
Actually, we're going to take this video camera, and the last thing they're going to see on this videotape...
This is a sight.
Yeah. The kids of the future will be able to come here and visit the first world headquarters from kids and find out what is important.
Not true, actually. The, this Nickelodeon Studios in Orlando, Florida, which I've been at, I'm sure a lot of people have, because it's just at Universal Studios, has been cleared out, and it's been turned into the Blue Man Group's auditorium for their shows. They removed the... It's weird that I know this off the top of my head. They removed the time capsule from here, because they bury it here in this video. They ended up removing the time capsule from there and relocating it to the Universal Nickelodeon Hotel, which was a thing for a while, and then that ended. They closed that down and rebranded away from being Nickelodeon, where they relocated it again, and now I think the time capsule is in one of their animation studios in California, if I remember correctly. So it's been moved twice.
To kids today, we hope by then that we have found solutions to our problems, that our dreams have become reality. And we're going to have a special plaque commemorating our time capsule for all visitors at Nickelodeon Studios here at Universal Studios in Florida. But our contents, the contents of this time capsule right here, will remain untouched until April 30th, 2042.
2042.
This is Mike O'Malley.
And Joey Lawrence.
Reporting live from Nickelodeon Studios in Florida.
Is that any good? My bar for this kind of thing is always, when I was a kid, would I have liked this? I mean, it's colorful, sure. Oh yeah, okay. It looks nice. I like the murals on the wall. It's no Disney resort, but it looks nice enough. Sure. Solution to our problems, that's hilarious. Yeah. We were so optimistic in the 90s. Let's do a couple more of these and then we'll call it a night and raid someone.
Oh, well, hi, everybody. I'm KJ. I bet you're wondering why everybody's wandering around.
I know, we're having a party.
A party? I love parties. What are we celebrating?
We're celebrating Hanukkah.
And we're going to decorate, exchange presents,
eat great food.
Wow, sounds like my favorite kind of party.
Me too.
What exactly is Hanukkah?
It's okay to ask, KJ.
especially since it's so much fun to explain.
He was ruthless and impossible and a tyrant at best. He was angry, he was nasty, a persistent little pest. He made life for the Jewish people very hard to take. He told the Jews that he was God, but we knew he was fake, cause he said, no, 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 you cannot do this. No, 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 you cannot do that. You may not read the Torah, and you may not get the Torah, and you may not pray any 3 times a day, cause he said, no, 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 you cannot do this. No, 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 you cannot do that. His name is Antiochus, and he isn't trying to joke us. Antiochus Epiphanes.
Still better than Salty.
Once again, our history tells us that we had to fight so that we could save the Jews and live for what was right. And every year about this time, we celebrate our Chag, rededicating temples and our spirit to God. Because he said, no, 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 you cannot do this. No, 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 you cannot do that.
Salty starts with a silent P, just so you know.
You may not read the Torah, and you may not...
Which is apt, because Salty's P is also silent. You won't know it's coming until it's too late.
Against the horror, and you may not pray any 3 times a day, cause he said, no, 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 you cannot do this. No, 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 you cannot do that. His name is Antiochus, and he isn't trying to joke us. Antiochus Epiphanes. Antiochus Epiphanes. Antiochus Epiphanes.
I respect any song number that has unironic jazz hands.
Okay, I think I get the point.
Okay, one more, and then we'll raid someone. I don't think Sausage Guy is in the video, although I guess I could go check. Yeah, he doesn't have a new video, so. Let's see who we will raid. Do 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 do. Ba-dum 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 bum ba-dum bum ba-dum bum.
We're gonna do the drawing one again because it's super funny. Gamers rise up. So true. I'll turn that down. We are, and may God forgive me for uttering these words, gaming. Epoch philosophy at a stream with the former fascist who's deep in the trash theory and as a communist. That's interesting. It's called, oh wait, fuck, I clicked the wrong one. Oh, Liefeld made a custom Quiplash? Alright, let me know. What should I end?
What's Adam doing? Editing stream? Eh.
1984.
Squids gaming. What's touring news doing?
50% of the country. It's also in crisis due to climate change and groundwater loss. I hate ads.
I never know. I never know who to
A new
raid.
study shows how these.
But you know what I really enjoy?
Like a cool D&D stream happening.
I'm the com man.
I could never decide. I'm very indecisive today. Don't know why. Whatever, we'll do live posting, I guess. I don't think Hassan needs a raid. Alright, have a good night, everyone.
You can join
I hope you have...
But you can
I was just
join
gonna
the
repeat myself. I
audience
hope you
and
have a good
vote
night.
on
I
all
need to
the
sleep.
stuff.
I slept terribly last night. I'm out of it. Or I need more caffeine directly injected into my veins. Do I know
You can join
Adam?
this
I'm
Jackbox
aware
TV.
of Adam. We had a conversation
second.
once,
Let's get it.
but
And
I'm not like
also, I
overly
believe that I have a
familiar.
little,
Adam's nice.
Extension, right?
Anyway,
So you can-
enjoy
you
the
can do
raid.
it on
Everyone's
your-
valid.
I don't think it
See you
works
guys
on
later.
mobile.
Bye bye. See
But
you
you can
tomorrow.
vote
I'll be
in
back
the
for another
thing.
stream.
Is that
See you
working,
then.
chat? Or no, I'll go to